Shalom.
Don't give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadash.
Let's say double honors to our apostles and elders here at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Lord's hopefully elect. All right, so we winding down the year. Okay, we're already in February. Now, I've seen a lot of videos of a lot of Edomites that's upset at the way things are going and what's happening. And we're here to basically tell you, which a lot of you can see the writing on the wall. We're here basically to tell you why it is it's happening. Why do you see your society failing? Why do you feel the need that you have to go out and try to prove yourself? Like you got a lot of racist Edomites, right, going out trying to protest. You know, basically trying to turn things to the good old ages, the good old days, right? Trump talking about some deleting Black History Month and Martin Luther King, all that, trying to reverse things, all this stuff. And all this stuff's happening. There's a lot of, you can say, uncertainty going around with these people, these Babylonians. Well, we're here to just tell you why you're at your end and why you're going down. Because, yes, all this spells in the future is doom and gloom for you. You got that devil, Yuval, talking about some, basically, we need to give AI room to develop. You know what I'm saying? Which just proves that you devils won't repent. Your own movies are really based around that, and you still gonna do it any goddamn way. That's literally what The Matrix is about. That's what iRobot is about. That's what Transcendence is about.
They took The Matrix off. Watching it.
I saw that. I didn't know where he was watching it from. So, yeah, because they actually, here it is, those movies were made. They made them back in the early 2000s, all those movies. Out of the fear of if you let what they would call AI run rampant, what's going to eventually happen. And these devils still going to go through with what the hell they want to do because they want ultimately control. And then you got Elon Musk. Okay, he wants to be God, but his own wisdom is failing him because they want electric cars to be a thing, but it's becoming too problematic. Right. So, and I was going to do a lesson on that. But the scriptures talk about wisdom failed in teaming. So this whole one step forward is actually sending them 10 steps back. So they're finding out that regular gas fuel vehicles are better, okay? Regular food, you know. Then you got the devil Antiochus Epiphanes, okay, the gates of hell saying that cows need to be changed. So they're trying to destroy egg farms. Eggs is costing a whole lot, and that's really throwing people up in the fit. Why are eggs fucking $8? You see? So we're here to tell you exactly why it is that your society is falling as a whole. It ultimately boils down to you broke the laws of the Heavenly Father, swear falsely by His name, and the big one, you took His people captive, and you refused to let them go. This is why this place is going down.
And on top of that, you're saying that you're them.
Yeah.
Small head people. All right, there's blasphemy in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay, and should I say something?
No, I'm glad you mentioned that because that's a big one. We really gonna get on y'all too. That's one of the main reasons why you have so much trouble.
Right, and not only that, you mentioned Lil Yuval, which he a small hat, right? And a sodomite. That motherfucker was saying that, yeah, because you mentioned AI, because he's saying that he want AI to write the Bible, you know, rewrite the Bible. Basically, like all those laws that's in the scriptures, those are man laws, so we need to have AI write it. Now, wasn't AI created by man? You know, because all the modern day idol is just AI. You know, because AI is just an artificial spirit. You know?
To add to that, it's going to show you that you devils are wicked as hell, because if you got a problem with the scriptures, why even bother trying to rewrite the scriptures, man? You know, this devil had the arrogancy and pride to say we can make God as mad as we want to. You know, that's why the Lord got to take you motherfuckers out of power, man. Because that's a proud statement, man.
Right.
Transgender operations of animals and shit. What the hell?
Now, this is the book of James chapter 1 and James chapter 5 and verse 1. And it reads, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep, howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you.
Right, so all the wicked things you got to get what you hear now is a witness against you. Okay? The reason why no country really respects you is because you never dealt righteously with them to begin with. You've only manipulated and extorted and lied and stole to get the upper hand. You never really wanted to seek a deal. Hey, and that's what when Trump was talking about those tariffs, right? Which he delayed it for 30 days. Dealing with Canada. With Canada and Mexico. Okay. Dealing with Canada and Mexico, right? But when he proposed tariffs, right, on Canada and Mexico, he insulted them. He said Mexico need to do something about the border. What? It was y'all that actually allowed people to just come in, you know, during the Biden administration, you know, and then you said Canada need to work on human trafficking and opioid or something like that. Opioid addiction or something like that. America is a home of the dangerous pharmaceutical companies that lead to opioid addiction. That's an America-only issue. When they talk about the opioid epidemic, and that's only in America, for the record. Because when you go to other countries, they use those as last resort. Why? Because they know the dangers and they don't want to be addicted. You guys, you just flush them out. Why? For money. But you want to insult other people, and that's why they want to be told. They're like, look, this only gonna hurt y'all. You know what I'm saying? But that's an insult. So all these countries are tired of dealing with y'all. They're tired of your wicked dealings. All right, everybody's coming to find out that you're just a damn snake. You know, just waving your gun in the air and saying, I got the gun. That's only, and people respect you. That's only gonna last for so long. Now we're at the time where these other countries are like, you know what the hell with this motherfucker, man? The hell with her. All right?
So nigga just cussed out that chick waving at us. Back in James chapter 5 and verse 3, we'll run verse 3. And it says, your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days.
Right, and the Federal Reserve was set up as a way to control. Okay? They did away with the gold and made the Federal Reserve it, so that now everybody's a slave to the government banks. And then they established the IRS to ensure that the people would work to so-called pay off the debt. So what people are finding out is, a lot of you Edomites are finding out is, your American dream is a nightmare. And that the idea of being free, the wicked elite only want that to themselves. Because you people the devil. There's no honor amongst these. You understand? They want the shit to themselves. That's what it boils down to. They still want y'all in 15-minute cities in slavery. I'm talking to you average so-called white people out. Okay? They want y'all oppressed just like they always wanted us oppressed.
Right.
They want the world and the freedom to be to themselves, and they need y'all to go out there and work.
Right. Yeah, because these elites, they ain't never worked a fucking day in their life. You know, if they do any type of work, it's either at the gym or it's more strategies to milk you lower class Edomites. Okay, you know, mainly the Israelites, because that's the main target of these elites. Okay.
Right, and the reason he said it's moth-eaten because it's become nothing. Your dollar has become nothing. Okay? And so, and inflation. So your basic necessities like eggs and bread, damn near $10. So you basically got to work a whole hour just to get 8 chicken eggs. You know what I'm saying? Some old man, some eggs from a chicken. You know. So that's how it's increasing. So the once, like they always use the movie from Home Alone, like he went to the store and bought some food. They looked at his cart and how much he paid, and they compared it to now. And he basically got a shit ton of food for like $40. Okay. Nowadays you can get 3 items for $40. So your whole society is failing. Everything's dropping because it was established on blood. It was established on greed. It is worth nothing, you know? Right. You keep going. So what these Edomites finding out is their whole retirements, all these things are nothing. More plants shutting down. Tech layoffs is out of control because they want to move room for AI. So there's a lot of people losing work, so they can't find work, you know? So the idea of I can't find work, you know, what's going on, and you still got to pay shit every goddamn month, you know? So everything's falling, and then because you got these Edomites, right? They're complaining about their children. How am I supposed to set my children up in this damn society? Just the rents they be going on.
Shit, they can't.
You can't.
Shit, there is no future in this place, man.
Apartments now this is the Midwest, which is apparently the still most affordable.
That's right.
But you looking at like at least $1,000 something a month.
Right, and that's ridiculous.
About 7-8 years ago, that shit was $500 a month. You know,
right.
When I was looking. Now, that's how high the shit is.
Shit, like especially like downtown, apartment downtown in St. Louis, Missouri is about $1,300. You know, and that's pretty much what a third to half of what the average American make a month. You know, and on top of that, high ass food. You know, of course you got a game system. You know, Netflix and all that. You basically got pennies left. If that.
Even they went up.
Yeah, they keep going
$6
up.
to like 12, 13.
Yeah.
20 something.
Everything's just going up. There's nothing going down. Everybody's noticing that.
Except for your income.
Exactly. Except for your income. You know? Hey, shit. So people like, well, how are my kids supposed to survive and all this other stuff? Everybody's seeing that it's coming to an end. So everybody got to shack up with each other.
That's right.
Okay? They'll stay home. You see that it's failing. And prices only going to go up. So everything's on the decline. And that's good news. If you believe in this truth, that's good news. Right, dog? Because that means this place is about to fall and we're about to witness it.
That's right. Front row seats.
So that's why, hey, in this life, do what you can do to get by. You know what I'm saying? Be costly, make affordable decisions, okay? Don't overspend, you know, if you can save some money, cheap, you know? And you gotta take care of yourself. Because in this wicked ass society, you one sickness away from being in total debt, okay?
That's right. Like, that's why you should probably get, workers. What is it? It's basically like if you get hurt or injured. Workers' comp.
They's full of shit too.
They are.
You just don't want to overextend yourself out here. You know what I'm saying? The days of working at one place your whole life and sustain a whole family, that shit's over.
Yeah, and at the most you'll probably get is what? Probably stay at average of the job is about a year, maybe 2.
Because either they're gonna lay you off, okay, or you're gonna go somewhere better.
Right.
Yep.
You ain't gotta be loyal to these motherfuckers no more. Those days are gone.
Yeah.
I went out in the 80s.
Exactly. So hey, so make smart decisions out here. 'Cause we all gotta go through it, but you wanna try to be smart out here. You know?
Right. And you should be a minimalist. You know,
That's the way to be.
the less you have, the better. Man. You know, try not to get a car note. Shit, try not to get a damn woman. That's a damn bill within itself. You know, try not to get no animals. Because animals is another bill. Okay. Try not to just, you know, like all these luxury items. You don't need it. Verse 4 says, "Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered to the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth.
Right, let's talk about the Israelites, okay? Because we basically built this damn society and we still have nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it, you know? We still get treated as if we're a problem.
That's right.
They want to kick out the so-called immigrant, but they're only targeting Israelites, Negroes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. But they're the ones that keep the society going and afloat.
That's right.
Your own farmers will tell you that. So you want to spit on them, and here it is, they ain't got nothing to show for it. So eventually the Lord got to come and destroy this place, just like he did in Egypt. Egypt was made great because of Israel.
That's right.
Not no damn Egyptians.
God.
It was,
what the hell is it?
yeah, it was Joseph that have them withstood a famine
God.
for 7 years.
Yeah, they would have died back then.
Yeah. Joseph said, look, we need to start preserving for 7 years, because it was 7 years of preserve for 7 years of famine.
That's right. Yeah, Egypt was basically the superpower at that time was the America. Because think about it, they got Egypt is in the damn desert. There ain't no damn crops out there. so they gotta bring crops from like from other cities.
But
You know?
America the same way.
Exactly.
America's not a producer, it's a borrower from everybody.
Yeah.
Like, so how the hell you gonna put tariffs on countries when you don't even produce shit?
Right.
The problems. They gotta bring it, you an import. That's
Correct.
stupid.
That's
and,
right.
and just like they said, it's gonna hurt the citizens more than it's gonna hurt these other places, man. They still can get theirs.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, you look at all these kingdoms, they all did the same shit. Like you would think these heathens would be smart enough to be like, oh, okay, well this how they feel. They do the same shit in the fall anyway.
That's how you know that they can't change what they here to do.
That's right. And that's how you know that the world was made for Israel. You know, when we get into power, we never gonna fall.
Can you get that Luke 16, basically like the last verse of the parable of the Lazarus?
Luke 16.
Yeah, because like the man said, the man's talking about bringing AI to life, basically, right? But your own people made movies about it to show what happened. Terminator, The Matrix,
I wrote back.
all this is all the same thing, right? Even in iRobot, he said the same thing. Why didn't you just hand the word on the simple platform? Maybe we need it. You know, that's a warning thing they trying to send, but yet them motherfuckers gonna try to do it anyway, showing you that they won't repent no matter what. No matter what. You got that part? Just the part where he says, Father Abraham sent him to me to dip the finger.
With the parable of the rich man and Lazarus.
Right. And you know what? We're gonna start from the top of that on that. That goes right into the topic. Rich man and Lazarus. Keep going.
God, this is Luke chapter 16 and verse 19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus which was laid at his gate full of sores.
Right. And Lazarus represents the Israelites. It means like a priest of Yahweh. It goes back to the Hebrew word, which they believe Eleazar, Alazar. Priest of Yahweh, I'm saying it. The rich man represents you Edomites. And it said that we were what? Full of holes. Can you get Isaiah chapter 1 for me? You start at verse 3. Might as well break that down.
God.
Because the holes represent, was a sores, represent our exposure of being oppressed, beaten. Okay? The scripture says without an image, without a teraphim. Even I ties on mine, Revelation 11. I think around verse where it says.
See Isaiah 1 and 3.
I
didn't hear the verse. I know it's in chapter 1. God.
Spiritual dead body.
Isaiah 1 and 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
start at verse 3.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. And it reads, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Our sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, They have forsaken the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone backward. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
Right. So that's talking about our condition. That's like the same prayer, the book of the Lamentations of Jeremiah. That's him lamenting where Israel, what we were and what we became. He saw how we. That's why the Lord said. I'd rather just read Jeremiah. I believe it's 18. It says but exactly, we're just exposed. We don't have any ointment, no healing, right? And he said, what? The whole head is sick. So it's talking about our condition. And the head also represents the leadership. And that's why your Christian pastors are found to do the most chaotic things you see is going to be found in a goddamn church. Somebody getting slapped, somebody getting knocked out, somebody getting hit by bottles, okay?
Being moles,
Get
caught on videos, you know, putting things in your mouth that pertaining to a male, because we going to keep it PG.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? That is Matthews.
The cussing pastor.
Yeah.
I ain't even know about that.
You know what I'm saying?
And shit, man, we thought that nigga was special. He said, yeah, I got my head laying on a pair of titties and all that, and now you got a ride in your mouth.
That cussing pastor dude, he's from down south Texas, somewhere, I don't know where he's from, but he was known for so-called checking people. You're doing this and you're doing that, but you on video with a fake male organ in your mouth. Okay? What kind of buffoonery and sickness is that? Like your brother was saying, the whole head is sick. Okay? And then you want to get on the TV or YouTube and try to reprove somebody when all you pastors, okay, you so-called Christian pastors and church leaders, all y'all got the pickle in your mouth.
Yeah,
okay? If you don't have a man pickle in your mouth, like T.D. Jakes, you got Esau pickle in your mouth because you got a 501c3 and you can't tell the truth.
God.
That's correct. And yeah, if you got a 501c3, it's in the IRS. Just look it up. Type
on the
in
website.
IRS 501c3 prohibitions. They're gonna tell you right there. When it comes to political things, you can't say anything about it. And that's why I caught IUIC last week. Right? They were sitting down with a bunch of women, and they were actually pretending as if Barack Obama was a black man, and that his wife is an actual woman. They actually pretended, talking about something. See, the black woman don't get it. Look at Barack Obama. He looks tripping. That's a black man's tripping. First of all, that ain't no damn Israelite. Second of all, that ain't no damn woman.
Right,
But you know that, but you can't say that. Why? Because 501c3. You have to be politically correct. And then shortly after that, what did they bring out? That motherfucker's a man. Everybody gonna keep saying it.
Verse 2, he
Yep.
says
Male.
big Mike,
But these guys are trying to pretend like that's a woman. No damn well that ain't no damn woman. Get the hell out of here.
She even said on live on air, she's like, it's what, I forgot what procedure it was, IVF or something like that.
in vitro or something.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, I'm happy for the IVF procedure so that trans women can have babies like I did. And we was like, hold on, what?
Yeah.
Hey, shit, Barack Obama, I was just gonna
Big
say,
Mike.
he was like Michael and I, Michelle and I.
Several times. He called
Damn.
Michael. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, everybody knows that, right? That man, first of all, he's not an Israelite, but it's wicked, okay?
And sloppy because he was put in a prominent position. Of course they're not going to take an Israelite and do that, man.
They had to teach him how to act like a Jake.
Study Gazelle.
Yeah, 'cause he don't know nothing. He can't walk straight. Okay, he's a Mo himself.
Yeah, come on.
Okay,
Lit the White House up, with the alphabet color, but which that's a token covenant from the Lord to not flood the earth anymore. That took him and used it as a oppressive debauchery.
And these Edomites, they think that Israelite authority, that's just the worst thing ever. Number one, they don't think he's competent enough. And number two, if Jake is competent, they think he's gonna be a tyrant. You know?
And they're afraid of him.
Right.
This is Jeremiah chapter 18 and verse 7. At what instance I shall speak concerning a nation and concerning a kingdom to pluck up, Salakia, and to pull down and to destroy it. If that nation against whom I have pronounced turn from their evil, I will repent of the evil that I thought to do unto them. And at what instance I shall speak concerning a nation and concerning the kingdom to build and to plant it.
Right, so the Lord said, at what instant can I turn a nation from on high to on the bottom? So like the lamentation of Jeremiah, that's him lamenting over the Israelites because he saw at where we came from and where we're at. Because we basically, we're talking about with the heads, but the book of Kings is a testament to what, the proof that Israel doing our own thing doesn't work. It doesn't work.
List up in the chat about the kings. I was doing a lesson and saying that it was more wicked kings than we had righteous kings. And when you sent it in the chat, I'm like, look at this experience. You know what I'm saying?
It's got to be important because it shows that when we left to our own devices, we went off. Everything that's happening up until the Lord gets back is going to be a testament of why the Lord's way was the best way. We already tried our way. It didn't work. Read the book of Kings. There was more wicked kings than righteous kings in the southern kingdom, and the northern kingdom had no righteous kings. They either started off right, then went hard left. The man literally slew all the prophets of, was it Baal? Or it was another guy. And then said,
I think it was Jehu that did that.
and then the Lord commended him, and then the man went and worshipped another guy.
Like, while he was doing, he like, yeah, the Lord told me to do this. And then as soon as the nigga get in power, he go and worship another guy.
Yeah, he slew all the prophets of Baal. The Lord commended him for it. And then he goes and serve, going back to Jericho. What?
That's the same thing Azariah did. Like when he went to, he was going up against those Edomites. And then he gonna go around and serve the guys of the Edomites. And then the problem is like, how would you serve the guys of the Edomites when their own guys couldn't even deliver them? Like, why would you go and serve their guys for? Like make that make sense, Jake?
So that's proof. And then guess what? They went down by the Assyrians. And then shortly after that, we went down by Babylon. And guess what? We've been in captivity ever since. Ever since we've been in captivity. So that's why Jeremiah can attest. That's why he said, how's the gold become dim? You know? Because in an instant, the Lord said, going down. And we've been in slavery ever since. You know? That's disheartening to know, because I be watching these videos, right? They be talking about the cost of living in East Europe and how it's so much better. You walk here and you walk there. And Jake don't realize they ain't talking to you. They advertise it to their own. East Europe, they think that's their second heaven. You know what I'm saying? They don't think they're not telling you. They talking to each other. You basically not even in the picture.
Just like what Trump just did towards the damn Edomites that's in South Africa. He basically, he cutting off the road.
He told them they can come over here.
Yeah, he's saying they can have.
Yeah, they can come
over
back
here to
over here
America.
and stuff like that. But it's like, damn, you fucking Edomites are everywhere, being a problem. But here it is. It's just like, damn, man, you motherfuckers are proud.
You know what's funny about that? He said that you white South Africans can come to America to flee oppression, but wasn't you the motherfuckers who had the whole apartheid system? How they oppressing you now?
Because Jake, I mean, not Jake, but you know, them MIC, man, and they banding together. Like, this is the enemy.
Hey, it'd be nice if they
I
left.
don't like it.
Get the hell out of there, you know? But hey, that just goes to show you that when it comes to a place to flee to, we don't have one. We don't. Okay? Africa is ruined because of the Edomites. Mexico, they trying to leave Mexico. Okay? Because, and first of all, their president is an Amalekite.
Right.
Come on, man. A woman?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's an Amalekite. She's a so-called Jew. So you know they in hell. Okay, their pesos their money system is destroyed. People trying to leave to come to this hell, which is a lesser hell. So you don't really have nowhere to go. So when you hear them talk about, I'm going to Europe, they're talking about themselves. They're not talking to you, Jake. Okay? We don't have a place to go to call home. Because if we did, them Edomites would come and try to bomb you. Okay? You saw what happened with Black Wall Street. Well, we were left to just thrive. What happened? We became a problem. You read it, man. We had our own airports, man.
Buses, banks.
Yeah, we had it going. There wasn't no gang on gang violence. No, none of that.
All that shit
Northern Kingdom was there
started
too. Yeah.
with the CIA, man. It was a damn project. They wanted to see how these drugs gonna affect these people that stacked on top of each other.
Yeah. And the same niggas that was putting them possessions, like Big Meech, you niggas glorify them. You know what I'm saying? You niggas hold them to high regards, but motherfuckers like that ain't do nothing but spread poison to the community.
Yeah.
That's black culture. Right there.
Man, I was in the gym today, man. Just full of, like, I was gonna say, niggas. Niggas, man. Like this, nigga woman was out of order. The Israelite for the nigga woman was out of order. The Filipino nigga woman. Oh, this bitch got fluffy ass eyelashes and got tattoos, got her ass hanging out. Damn ostrich. Yeah.
You gotta say it like a
Right. Keep going on that.
Like, damn, man. Like, Jake is destroyed, man.
Yeah, Jake destroyed.
Like,
man.
you see people from high school, because I saw a lot of people from high school running across them. They covered in tattoos. You know, lips black as hell.
Demons on.
And the black culture is just dead. Like say like when Project Pat, right? He lost his son. I'm like, bro, why is your son still in that motherfucking city? You supposed to get your family out the hood, man. That shit ain't good, ain't promoting nothing. But then look at it like
That's how
this,
they know,
right?
man.
Look at it like this, right? You known for pushing one message. So in the sense, do you really think people gonna feel sorry for you?
And look at Gillian Wallow, you know, with the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. Y'all got a successful podcast and everything like that. But Gilly, his son's still running around the streets of Philadelphia, end up getting killed too.
So it's like what? So when I saw that, I said, damn, that's fucked up. I said, that's why the goal is to get out the hood. If you know how bad that is, you get your family out of there. But in a sense, you know to push your one message, man. So it's like, can people feel sorry for you? Because you know for talking about what? Knocking over heads, robbing niggas, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you see, the culture is just a cycle of death. There's no life in it. That's why the scripture said, you full of sores, you full of wounds. Nobody's trying to heal you. Nobody's trying to help you. And you just continue this cycle of self-destruction.
Right.
You understand?
Just like, I don't know what rapper that was, but he had decided to go back to the hood and he had a Lamborghini and stuff.
Young
Dumb
Dog.
as shit, I don't think it was Young Dog, it was a purple Lamborghini.
Oh,
And,
you talking about Big Richie Drake?
I don't know who it was, but he went back to the hood and his Lambo got shot up and he ended up dying, man. You niggas don't think, man. Why would you go back to the hood knowing that you got people that got a problem with you, man?
Yeah.
And you come in stunting with a Lamborghini.
Hey, if they never had a problem with you, they're gonna have one now because
You made
They,
it.
they hating, man.
Jay covered
Crabs
this
in a
and,
bucket.
You know, yeah.
You made it. That's why.
Yeah, and shit. Shit, like when you realize, you know, we was just talking about Jake trying to bully you and hating on you and shit. Man, like, especially as a man of the Lord, man, like Jake had that mentality ever since they was kids. You know?
You got
So
that.
like what you think so what you think gonna happen, man? Jake, you made yourself a bigger target than you was back then. You know?
Why you
Because,
think
hey,
these successful, you know what I'm saying, people like CEO wow, I don't know about him. But you know, these successful black millionaires and billionaires that's not in the entertainment industry, where like they made businesses, you know, in like maybe tech or some other space like that. Why you think that they don't go and get a Jake woman? They don't go and get a Jake woman. They go and get a woman of another nation. Because they
Wholesome white woman.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 8. It reads, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also their Lord was crucified. They of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves."
Right. Now they're talking about the Israelites being spiritually dead. The 3 days and a half goes into us being in slavery up until now. Okay? They didn't suffer us to be put in graves, because when you read the scriptures, right, it was considered a curse to not have a burial. Having a burial was very important, as well as where you were buried. Abraham and Sarah and Jacob, all of them were very specific on being buried. Okay, they wanted to be buried right next to each other. If you had no burial, you was a curse. You know, and it's like, yeah, it makes sense, because you like kind of like roadkill. You just riding by, and your body just exposed to the elements, where everybody just looking and sniff their nose like, yeah, that's those are dead deer. You know what I'm saying? You just out there. You don't get properly buried. You had to really anger the Lord to not get a proper burial. Like, seriously, right? Like Jezebel, she got ate by the dogs. You know. So
She got trampled. Well, first the bitch fell out the window. And then the bitch got trampled. And then the damn dogs came and ate her.
So when you are basically left, you're basically like a curse. No, because still, even if the Lord put you to death, it still said what? Then he slept with his fathers, because they buried him, right? That still mean that there was some respect there for the Lord to say, all right, now bury him. If you didn't get no burial, that was a curse. You really made the Lord mad. So when these other nations didn't, it said what? Saw their bodies 3 days and a half and something not to put in the graves, meaning they didn't even attempt to try to help and assist and try to say, look, let's help. Let's at least comfort y'all. Let's put y'all to rest. Let's tell y'all that y'all Israelites. Let's tell you that God's chosen people. Let's try to get some type of land going for them. Let's give them something. They suffered enough. You know, they didn't do it.
Lord blocked what Gaddafi was trying to do for us.
Right.
He had $1 billion gift that he was gonna give to
Heard about that.
Israelites, but they shut
Adam
that-
Netanyahu, I did a
that shit.
video on that, yeah.
I heard about that, yeah.
And
But
and the Lord, like, it was basically the Lord,
Yeah,
you know, blocking, like, nah, man. Because, hey, if these niggas get money, they gonna forget about it.
Well, that happened in the time past also, maybe a lot of brothers younger don't remember. During the Gulf War, like the Desert Storm, one of the princes from Kuwait wanted to give $10,000 to each American soldier. George Bush blocked it. So, that's something else a person could probably look into, if I'm not mistaken.
Each American, shit, $10,000?
Yeah, so, that was
That's decent.
that was pretty good change back then to get. Them motherfuckers blocked it so that the soldiers couldn't get it. But it's to the brother's point. If you think a step further, had these devils done what they should have done for us, then America would have been in great standing. Because we would have been blessed. You know what I mean? But since Esau is who he is, the fucking devil, this place gotta go because they didn't do us right.
Right. Exactly. All this is, when you study the reason Americans got all these problems, it's all because you trying to prevent the next person from getting ahead. That's all it is.
Right.
All you care about is greed and control. And you trying to prevent other nations and countries from exceeding, just like your own citizen. Why would you, if somebody's offering to give your citizens money, why are you going to stop that?
Right.
Because you said, no, we need them as our slaves, basically. You see? So all your issues stem from your greed and your hatred.
And it's stupid because if another foreign country is giving an American money, right? Quite naturally, he gonna turn around and spend it or put it in a bank or some kind of savings. Okay, you're still making money off it. So it's like you cutting off your own nose to spite your face. Okay, if you give it to Jake, Jake around here hollering about reparations. All Jake gonna do is give it back.
You gonna go
Buy
right
a
to the
Cadillac.
damn
Right.
Cadillac dealership will be the richest dealership on the planet.
Yeah, hey, and that's great.
Corporation.
That's great that you mentioned that, because these dealerships losing money. You know, because ain't nobody buying these new $80,000 fucking trucks and cars.
It was a J. Cooper Cadillac out when they was going down.
It's
Yeah, they
like
brought
that
that up.
video I shared in the chat. All these damn Hellcats and Scat Packs that's just sitting there in the damn parking lot just rotting, man. Because nobody can fucking afford that shit, man. And plus, you niggas don't need that shit, man.
God.
That's all you niggas do.
I hate a nigga
It's
in the
crashing,
Scat Pack.
man.
Man.
Ruining somebody
Crashing.
else's day.
Man, motherfucker flew past me yesterday doing like 100, 110 or something. I was like, man, what the fuck? I'm going home. Like, just crazy for no reason. Trying to get in the high speed chase.
I can't stand a nigga in the Scat Pack.
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
Verse 21 in Luke 16, it says, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table,
Oh, that's exactly what we're going into. We desire to be fed from a rich man. We growing something. Right. Go ahead.
moreover, the dogs came and licked the sores.
Dogs represent the other nations. Look at the swords. Is you capitalizing off of our downfall.
With the so-called nigga woman's scab on her crown being smited. With the weave industry, they capitalize. You know,
Elon.
everything.
Elon got a store on every corner in the hood. And what he sell? Liquor, okay? Black and Mild,
Cheetos.
tequila. You know what I'm saying? Liquor store on every corner, okay? But you know, Elon, then you turn around and then you act like you ignorant, okay? When the Jake come in there to spend his money, okay? Talk all down to a Jake.
What
Yeah, how
Ishmael
many
got?
times-
Ishmael got the fish and chicken spots.
Right,
Yeah, selling that old ass chicken. You motherfuckers gonna go down, man, because it's been found out that y'all frying the chicken, then putting it up, and then bringing it back out and frying it again, man.
Yeah.
The next day.
And they fry the chicken in the pork chop grease.
Yeah.
So, you know, they frying all in the same shit. You know what I mean? They don't even change the grease.
Fish and chicken,
You would think, you know, you fry one meat in this grease, and you fry the other meat in this grease. But no, they drop the chicken in the pork chop grease.
That Psalm 83 is in effect, man. You know, because you would think Ishmael would be on par with the dietary law and, you know, making sure we eating the right shit. Hell no, they give you niggas fried shrimp, pork, knowing damn well we ain't supposed to be eating that shit.
A loaded baked potato with shrimp in that motherfucker, bacon and
Crab.
Come on, man. Y'all know damn better than that. So y'all gonna get it
They
too.
should know, like you say, and they know that they not even supposed to touch it.
God,
Just like, because they come behind us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And man, come on, man, a fried chicken place in the damn liquor store, you know what they doing. And then, like I said, they'll talk down to you behind the bulletproof glass, okay? And if they'll hire a black woman so they can use her, or they'll hire Jake, and let's say they do, right? They don't put Jake on game about how to run a motherfucking gas station. You know what I'm saying? How come the Elamites and Ishmaelites ain't put Jake on game of how to run a gas station liquor store? Y'all the only ones with that. I ain't never been to a black-owned gas station.
It's funny that you say that, because this dude, I don't know if y'all ever heard of this white dude, this Edomite named Tommy G. He go around different neighborhoods and all around America just interviewing niggas.
In the hood,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? In the hood, doing hood shit. So he went up to Chicago and he was interviewing this chick named, this rapper chick named Mellow Bucks, right? She went into her favorite hair store owned by this Korean woman. And Tommy G asked the Korean woman, like you know, she going there acting all ghetto and everything, and look Korean chick like, yeah, hee, ha, ha, ha. You know, I'm like, yeah, she been here for 15 years and all this, she real and all this other shit, right? Tommy G said, so what advice would you give to these young women about starting their own successful hair shop or business? She was like, no. I'm like, and look, the nigga woman, they just sitting up there laughing and shit like that funny. I'm looking at it like, look at this shit. This motherfucker sit up here and joke around with y'all, but ain't gonna tell you shit about how to get it on your own.
They got the plan. They bringing the mom, the dad, the auntie, they got them all, look, come over here as a business, this is how we
crazy,
make money. They ain't sharing no info, no knowledge, no nothing.
Yeah, and the nigga woman's so stupid. She a kiki and ha
Yeah,
with him.
She think it's
Yeah.
funny.
At you, not
But
with you.
then, but then she'll have a completely, totally different attitude if a so-called black man, an Israelite man, was to say something like that. You know, she become the damn world's best detective. Bitch become Batman. Trying to fucking,
Bitch become-
figure you out.
Bitch started with the female James Bond and shit.
Yeah, she analyzing your text messages. Oh yeah, you was 15 minutes late getting home. You must. Who's the other bitch you talking to?
You keep going on that.
You was gonna say something, bro?
No.
Verse 22 says, and it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. And in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torments, and seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his fingers in water, and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. But Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. And beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that will come from hence. Then he said, I pray thee therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house. For I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment. Abraham saith unto him, they have Moses and the prophets, let them hear them. And he said, Nay, Father Abraham, but if one went unto them from the dead, they will repent. And he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead.
Exactly. So the end of the day is, the Israelites are going to be comforted, and you're going to be in the hell, which is going to be slavery. And dip the finger to cool my tongue is a way to say lighten my affliction, right? Because you're going to be saying a lot when we get you in slavery. All you all going to be, remember, I'm Ishmael, remember, cousin Abraham.
Right, now we family and shit.
Yeah. And what we going to do, we're going to bring up all your receipts of all the things you did, okay? Because the Lord's a just power. We're going to tell you why you're in slavery and why it is you're going through what you're going through. And He's going to tell you, you had your chance to rule. Now it's time for the kingdom to be given to the Israelites. And why you in slavery? Oh, because of what you did to us and because of what you did. You know what I'm saying? We're going to tell you why. And what the parable is saying is that only when they get in that hell are they going to realize, like, well, had I known, we would have turned around. But what did Abraham say? You got Moses and the prophets. They got that's them. Us telling y'all right now. That's right. Look, the prophets, the apostles, and elders was out there when they went during 9/11. They condemned that, okay, because they already knew the deal. Y'all just trying to start war, okay? Now it's admitted that they basically started war. And by the way, it was 1948 was behind all that. Okay, by the way, okay.
They got the call that don't go to work that day.
There was 11 small hats that didn't show up to work today. The devil that owned the building that bought the Twin Towers doubled his insurance 2 months before. Even Satan, Benjamin Satan, not a real Jew, said, that's a credit to the other Malcolm, by the way, said that this is good for Israel, that all this is going on is good for us. You know what I'm saying? And he even said that it was a bomb right after the fact. Wait a minute, I thought it was a plane. You know what I'm saying? So all those slip-ups, Dave was behind it, by the way. The prophets is out there when you legalize homosexuality, condemn that. You didn't repent from that. You didn't trip it down now. Yeah. Now you got trannies all over the place. Commercial to the children. Pushing it to the children now. The prophets were there to condemn you all these things. Okay? So you ain't listening now. That's why the parable said that. So even when the devil was like, oh, That's the whole point of the movie. And Elon Musk is in it. But these guys are still saying, we about to go forward with this plan. So they ain't gonna hearken to no listener. If they ain't listening to the prophets, they won't even listen. They won't listen to one, even if he rose from the dead. Okay? Let an Edomite get a vision. Let Trump's wife get a vision and say, I saw our future. We're going into slavery. Unless we turn things around right now. That nigga ain't gonna do nothing but the same thing he been doing. Just like Pilate's wife. Hey, that's how, look, the Lord code, the scripture tell you that the Most High speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceive not. Chances are, when you read about somebody's downfall or whatever, the Lord always sent the message first, in some way, right? That's how you know that's his way. So even Pilate, he got his warning. When his wife said, have no dealings with this man, he didn't listen. So you see, that's the Lord telling you, you touch my servant. Oh, you touched him, now I gotta get your ass.
Hey, and we all have been on the receiving end of that.
Oh yeah.
It feels terrible, man.
Whenever I slip up, whatever, I always look back because I know.
Damn,
I say, where's the warning? There was some type of warning, whether a thought came in my head or whether somebody was like, oh man, don't do that. Something. I'm talking about like a big stump. I'll be like, you know. But that's how the Lord did.
Got a precept.
Like Elder Apostle Tahar say, get your mind right, okay? And when he say get your mind right, he talking about you Edomites, okay? Because you sure going into slavery, okay? And every time I hear him say, get your mind right, I know exactly what he's talking about, okay? I got a precept if I may. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1. It's only one chapter, right? Okay? But we're going to start at the 12th verse. It says, but thou should not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou should not have entered into the gates of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou should not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Okay? So that's why you should get your mind right. Okay? Just go ahead and prepare your mind. When you see Yahweh Hashem Yahushua coming in the sky, just go on, put the chains and shackles on you and get ready because it's coming.
Hey, Esau still making jokes, man. I seen these Edomites post something with a Jake child, a little Judite child, with the Fisher Price or that Play School ankle monitor on his leg, like a little kid toy or something. I say, okay, see, when the tables turn, they're gonna be crying like some little weenies, man. But y'all still fucking running your tab up, man, like the Lord's gonna be playing with you or something. You gotta account for all that, man.
I love to see it when I see these big old buff white dudes running, jogging, you know, they so tough. In the spirit, I'm like, yeah, you better get in shape.
Yeah.
You gonna really fucking need to really be, you gonna have to be a go-getter.
Oh yeah.
God.
I love to see him in the gym working out, you know, benching 400 or 500 pounds, jogging 10 miles a day. Yeah, I'm tough. You know, everybody's an MMA fighter. You know what I mean? You gonna need it.
That's what makes you beat up that likes to climb shit. Mountain climbing and shit. Oh, we gonna put y'all to some rigorous tasks, man. And you gonna say, oh, I can't do it, well, motherfucker. I saw you scale the fucking building on this side, man. Free climbing, man.
No hornets or nothing.
Exactly. And to add to that point, you know, you're talking about like the Edomites making fun of the babies and shit, the ankle monitors. It's a video out there circulating that the Edomites, you know, the chains they used to put on us, man. And them chains was heavy as fuck, man. You know? And you have the small chains for babies, man. You know how wicked you gotta be for that shit, man?
It's okay. Hey. You say render unto them double.
And that's why you're going to get it, because like we read in Obadiah, that's what we're going to say, because that's what the Lord going to say. When I was punishing my servants, you should have had no part in it. You should have took the time to teach them they were Israel. You should have gave them something. You should have let them go. But he's going to say, because of your hatred for your brother since the blessing,
That's right.
you got to pay now.
God.
You know?
Get your mind right.
Because everything you did was out of hate. Those chains, all that was out of hate. To this day, it's out of hate.
Like literally, all you had to do, Esau, was just be second. That's it. You would have been alright.
Sit down somewhere.
You could have just been second.
You couldn't handle that.
You know, but you just had to be first. You know,
I'm the firstborn.
Yeah, hey, and that's exactly their spirit, man. Like they upset because they made how they made.
Yeah.
You made for what you was made for, man. Servitude.
How you gonna get upset that you sold your birthright? And the words that came out of your mouth was, "What is this birthright to?" You said that out of your very own mouth, man.
Now you see.
Right.
I mean,
It's
you know,
everything. Kingdom of heaven.
Israel got punished the same way. Okay, when Yahushua was crucified, okay, we said let his blood be upon us. Okay, and when we said something off, Yahushua, he tore our butt up too. So what you think you gonna get?
And how much worse as it is for natural kings and princesses of the earth to be in servitude all this while. Well, here it is, you ain't shit. And you complaining about, even in your rulership, you complaining about shit. Man.
I know.
You got everything.
And the scripture says what? He can never be satisfied.
Time.
You know what I'm saying? Like what the grape gathers the eastern grapes.
Yeah, that's Jeremiah 7. You know, remind Baba Kushai.
God, let's go into what you brothers was bringing out. This is Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. And it reads, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. You know, so like the brothers was bringing out, man, we was already getting dealt with. We already had the curses upon us, but you devils took it a step further, you know? And we know in the kingdom you're gonna be crying and begging for mercy. But hey, man, you ain't got you the only nation that have no mercy coming to y'all. And you gonna have these curses overtake y'all even more. And we gonna obliterate y'all ass.
Because you had no mercy against us.
God.
Or no mercy towards us.
We're going to tell you all those things when we got you in slavery. And we're going to say, but you didn't hate blood. So now it's brought to you. Because one of the laws of the earth, whatever you reap, whatever you sow is what you reap.
Right.
So since this is what you've known for doing, it's going to happen to you. And we're going to tell you that in the kingdom, that's how just the Lord is. Okay? Because we're going to, all of y'all are going to be known, just like what Abraham said. But knows thou hast enjoyed good things, and but now Lazarus, he suffered, but now he's coming. You live deliciously, so now you're gonna get tormented because of how you live, your unjust dealing. So it's just power. We suffered, so now it's our turn to rule and the blessing to come in. Okay, you rule with the iron rod because of anger and hate. You were the hammer of the whole earth, and everything you did was out of hate. Everybody knows everything you do is out of hate and control. You want to just control. You don't like the idea of people being free. If you can't control it, then you don't want it. Everybody knows the only reason marijuana is legalized is because now you have a finance. You can get money behind it.
Not even that. They figured out how to engineer bullshit into it, put estrogen into it, and alter the strains to affect the people in a negative way. You know? Instead of it being a medicine, you know, they figured out how to chemically engineer it and add shit to it and remove certain properties. That's the only reason why it's legal now, because you can fuck the people up and get rich off of it.
And get profit.
That movie Pineapple Express show you just a little bit in the beginning, but even they bullshit a little bit, like it was making the soldiers crazy, but nonetheless they was doing tests on them. So in the beginning of that movie, they showed that the military was doing tests on it, and it was giving it to the soldiers and trying to see how it was going to affect them. And it was like, oh, they making them mad, but really that just showed that they was doing tests trying to see what they can do with it. And now it's come out that they be putting estrogen in it, and you know that's why a lot of masculinity is on the attack, man. And they know a lot of Jakes be dealing with it, really a lot of people. So they want to take the masculinity out of the earth anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a detriment.
Yeah.
You know, because how are you Edomites gonna fight this Third World War if everybody fagged out?
Beautiful. They already in the military. I ain't fighting shit. Like, okay, hey. The Lord gonna put the spirit on you to fight anyway. But they already voicing how much, you know, just they gotta get I ain't gonna say it. They just got too much pussy in them, like my brother would say.
And a lot of you Jakes done took that damn jump shot. And that's in the military. So how in the hell you gonna run miles and all that if your red blood cells are messed up?
Yep.
Your red blood cells, that's what bring oxygen into your heart, into your brain. You know? And like the sperm count of a man, they got the jump shot, it was pretty much nothing. You know, so they basically sterilized you niggas. So you ain't even got nuts. Alright? And the scriptures talk about a man wounded in the stone shall not come into the congregation of the Lord. You know, so everybody that done took that jump shot, most I ain't dealing with you.
Yes, he saw that, and that's what they do, work day and night to figure out how to get you Israelites cut off, man, by the heavenly Father.
Right. You ain't even got no swimmers in your nuts, man. All because of that damn jump shot.
You ain't
So
got
you ain't even no man.
Your little soldiers ain't fighting no more.
That's,
Right.
That's an attack too. When you go into the 5G, all that.
Yeah.
That's why they say like don't put your phone in your pocket, all that stuff, because they trying to hit you down there.
Get you some of them some shungite, man.
You get you some
stones,
shungite.
man.
They say don't put your laptop on your lap. You know what I'm saying? All the shit you gotta be worried about. Like you got soy and all the damn food.
Yeah.
They trying to attack the life, and they know the life starts in them testes, and they attacking that shit. Man.
Yeah, even from you, Jake, they eat the Chinaman, right? Soy sauce. You know?
Just
So in everything.
basically how the Roman Empire fell. Just a quick. So the Roman Empire fell. It starts with the economic decline. It says tax-based loss. The empire lost its tax base and long-distance trade declined. Overspending the empire, overspent on military and other expenses. Over-reliance on slave labor. The empire relied too much on slave labor. But the point is, you know, the Roman Empire fell through military loss, economic decline, and internal strife. You know, and you were having that happen over here in the modern day Roman Empire. You know,
And it's all about greed. Here it is. You supposed to come first, right? But when Israel or Ukraine needed something, here's billions. You get a wildfire, which they lit the match. We'll give you $700. What an insult. You know what I'm saying?
Lose your whole house.
Lose everything. Because they're not trying to help you.
And multi-million-dollar houses too. 'Cause them houses in California ain't cheap.
Yeah.
And it's still, the damn insurance thing is going to be pending for a fucking long time. 'Cause they're like, well, who going to pay for this? And then the question's going to be, well, guess what? The government saying, like, well, if I got to pay for this, then that means y'all going to pay for this. So prepare to get even more tax. It's just excessive taxing and taxing. They could take the hit, but they like, hell no. Y'all gonna take the hit. Y'all gonna foot the bill. You know? Just like that, when they gave that $1,200 during the pandemic, guess what? You had to pay for that shit later down. If you think they about to spot it, hell no, they ain't flip that bill. Y'all gonna have to pay that shit. You know?
Hey,
So it's all
Esau ain't
about
fronting
greed.
nothing. Esau not fronting y'all nothing. About
Nothing. He give you nothing.
This is Jeremiah 51:20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I 29. Jumping down to 29. Jeremiah 51:29. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might hath failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken.
Oh, they became as women. Basically a bunch of damn sodomites. This is your armies, so to speak. We and That's why, this is how you know this man is ass backwards, okay? Everything he's trying to do, stupefy the people, make people dumb, just smart enough to follow orders, but it's like dumb enough, smart enough, dumb enough to follow orders, but not smart enough to critically think. You know, they talk about how they try to attack the creative thinking side of your brain. They want to turn everybody into basically idiots, but you're paying the cost right now because we're talking about it, but you don't have people to do work for real anymore to maintain the stability of buildings and all that. You know, it's a lot of trades that's starting to phase out. It's becoming a thing that's not even mentioned anymore. Because one, all the factories shut down, so they're sending them overseas. When you send all your factories overseas, okay, to pay people less money, right? That's less work, less skill for your people. So now people don't have a job to work and all that, right? And then, in the long run, you get a situation like this, where you can threaten to tax other countries, but it only is going to hurt you. Because you can't build nothing from here because you shut them all down, and you don't have qualified people to do anything anymore. That's why these newly built homes are some of the worst homes ever made. Because people, the quality, the inspection, all that is down. So it's like, here it is, you trying to stupefy the people to where they can't think or do anything, but you still need people to build, but they ain't qualified for it. But then everything will cost a shit ton. Just like your new vehicles, all the pieces of junk. Okay? You get them up to 100,000, you might as well throw them in the dumpster. Okay? Because that's how useless they are. Cheaper parts, but more fancy.
Styrofoam, plastic.
Yeah,
Styrofoam bumpers, man. That's crazy.
You got computer screens, okay, versus a button. You know, so now you're dependent on the system. The shit can go off, all this shit, elect all this shit, and then you know what you find out? Man, I'm gonna go get me a 1995 Toyota that works, and it outlasts 3 of these damn vehicles.
I just fucking hit 211 on my car.
So guess what? That's 2 new models. You outlast 2 models because once you get up to 100, you might as well trade the motherfucker in because it's gonna fall. So that's
called a chain reaction of shit. That's gonna fuck up. Man. This gonna make this fuck up. That's how they make this shit now. Back in the days, you okay, this the problem. Go right, get right to it, and bam, it's fixed. Or it won't tear down under 200,000 miles.
Yeah, these new cars, you want to change the alternator, you got to take the engine out.
Man, that's what I'm dealing with right now. Shit.
And what you find out is,
in the garage.
what you find out is, but because the business model, we got to make something new every fucking year. Well, it's starting to catch up now, just like the plastic. When they released plastic and they said how dangerous it was, they said, we'll deal with it when we get to it, because the attitude of these devils is, all I care about is people. My business, my family. So I'm gonna shut this factory down and drive 15 minutes to Mexico, right? 15 minutes off the border of Mexico. So for one, I can pay them less, and I ain't gotta pay American tax. And when I come over here, I'm gonna still charge the full amount. So I'm making triple profit. And it's like, well, but look at the long-term effects. Look at how it's gonna affect the country. And their attitude is, all I care about is me and my family or whatever. So then, you've done that so many times, you're at a point now where now you're dependent on other people because of your lack of wisdom and fucking greed, okay? And the plastic is all over the place. Now it's a world problem because you just kept excessively making it out of greed because it's a few cents cheaper than paper, okay? But now look at the cost. The earth is fucking suffocating. And now you basically can't stop. You know?
What they tried to do with the plastic was make roads out of it and shit. They putting the shit and rolling it on the streets like
Because there's a problem.
Yeah, like they trying to take the old bits of plastic and do it like they do the tar and put it on the streets. And they saying this work, but I just don't see how that shit gonna work long term anyway.
They actually have a recycling problem now because the people who normally bought it, which is China, they said, I don't want the shit. So now they just got piles and piles of trash And they ain't telling you what they doing, but I'm telling you what they doing. They dump it into the ocean. They dump it into the ocean. You see?
Trash out.
So all this, well, we ain't worried about it. Disobeying the laws of the Heavenly Father and the earth has gotten you to this point.
And you know who came up with a solution? Jake. Turn it into fuel.
Kind.
Oh, shut it down. We can't do that.
Nope.
Then everybody has, hell yeah, everybody got their own gas now. I'll just keep all my water bottle and, hey, look, put it through the machine. I ain't got to ever go to another gas station again.
He could make
No,
it
they
into
can't have
diesel or regular. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I've been seeing Jake for what, about probably a year now? Yeah. And I'm like, why is this dude not, you know, extolled to the clouds about this problem that's going on? But it's because of Jake, man.
And
You know, and Esau thrives off of chaos and bullshit and destruction.
Can't make no. Esau ain't making no money off of it.
That'll be the end. That'll be the end of gas stations. The moment they but you would think that'll be beneficial for the society. Everybody can now don't have to pay for gas anymore.
Right.
But Esau is saying, well then that means you off the hook. I can't accept it.
Free.
I can't have it. And this is why you gotta go down, man.
Just like it's a man, he had created an engine that ran off water.
Oh yeah.
And then come to find out he ended up dying, you know, months later on some shit over an unknown disease. You know, because he created an engine that run off water. Yeah, they killed him. And that's going to show you, you devils want to keep making money off shit, man. Why are you charging people for water, man?
Shit, and that's just the transportation system. Don't even get me started on the medical field.
I read a book called American Healthcare, and it broke down exactly how, it's non-profit, but behind it is for-profit. Everything that they do is to keep you going back so they can make money off of you. Oh, you gotta, cause
It's hard to put a Band-Aid on in that motherfucker. When you look at that damn receipt or a child is born, boy, you finna do some home births after that shit.
Eddie Griffin made a joke when he crashed this billionaire's Lamborghini. He was like, man, they tried their ass and he did all. He was like, I was all right. They talking about some, hey, you wanna get in the ambulance? He's like, hell no, y'all charge $10,000 for oxygen.
Yeah, it's a bill for everything. Open up that wooden stick they stick in your mouth. That's $10.
Just walking in that motherfucker, you spending money.
Like, hey, you notice in a doctor's office, they'll never say they cured you. They say they treated you.
Yeah.
You know?
You mask the symptoms.
There's no money in food. You can't even say the word apricot in the damn video unless they're gonna take it down. A damn fruit, you know? You can't buy it. You gotta go to special fucking place
You got to hunt that shit
to
down.
get an apricot. They grow on trees, yeah, but because of what it is able to do, it's dangerous.
Apricot seed.
It's dangerous, you can say, to the medical industry.
I used to love the hell out of apricots, man.
They used to grow. Like my cousin over on the east side, they had a tree, peach tree, apricot tree, apple trees in their backyard, and the bees was every damn where. Yeah.
Shit, you barely even see the bees. Shit, it used to be butterflies all out here. Shit, all type of insects. But now you barely don't see shit. Because all the plants and trees and shit dead now.
So Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, and with the maid, so with her mistress, and with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languish and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
Right, so the earth has rules to fall.
That's right.
The devil has broken those rules. That's why everybody's got to go. Like we were talking about plastic. Why does it last so long out there? Because it's not a natural element. So it can't be received by the earth. Everything the Lord created has a cycle. From the food you eat, even to the poop, okay, has a cycle. It goes in and around. It all has a purpose. All right? Even like you got unclean animals. They have a purpose though. So you use them. So you don't have to hate big, whatever. You need, they're essential on the damn farm.
Right.
You just don't eat them. They have a purpose though. You understand? All the creatures there have a purpose. And since in this wicked ass society, lobster is a motherfucking delicacy. And crawfish?
Yeah,
Crawfish. When you see how much they scrape that up out of one big net, well, guess what? That's hundreds, not thousands of cleaners gone from the earth, gone from the ocean.
They be short too.
Yeah.
They it was like this picture that I saw on social media. They put clams in the fish tank, right? And clams are a natural filter for the water. That water was clean as hell. Like you can damn near drink that water. It was so damn clean. And then they put it was just a regular fish tank. That water was all brown and shit.
That's why.
And that's all the shit that they eat. Oysters, clams, like all those type of different animals filter out the ocean.
Wonder why they smell.
That's why every river you see is Dookie Brown. Because it's dirty. It ain't supposed to be like that, right? Before this devil got into power, river water was blue. You could go to the river. River water was a drinking source, man.
Right.
You can go to the water, just scoop your hand in it, drink it, if you was thirsty and everything like that. Now you got brain-eating bacteria in the water and all this shit.
Because you taking all the essential creatures in the earth that have a purpose, and you're taking them out by the thousand every single day, okay? For what? To eat, and they're unlawful. But that's damaging the ecosystem and the earth itself when you do those things, okay? Because they all have a purpose.
Well, there's plenty of lawful fish. Yeah, it's even a lawful fish, scales and fins that they use to substitute for the lobster sometimes to trick the people in these restaurants. I think it's called sheepshead. It's the fish that got teeth like humans.
You got the buck teeth.
Yeah, they say they substitute that for lobster sometimes or crab when they ain't got no when they shortage of it. But it's actually a lawful fish with scales, fins, and just got buck teeth.
And that's why these Edomites, they don't get it. But like if you talk to them, they talk about, oh, I love lobster. You say, well, do you know what purpose lobster and shrimp can serve in the ocean? They ain't gonna know.
They don't give a damn.
You're gonna be like, well, they serve a vital part. They help keep the cycle, all that going clean. And when you take them out the ocean, that leaves more pollution to build up. And that leaves certain other creatures from having food source, which cause the creatures to go in different areas, which they don't belong, okay? And it's just like what they call invasive species or whatever. Well, why are you fucking with them? You know what I'm saying? Because apparently, too much of them is a problem with it. Well, the cycle, the Lord always had a cycle that made sure stuff worked properly.
That's why you got the food chain.
Yeah. When you go against that, okay, you breaking the order. Just like now, what they talked about, how they invested $20 million into transgender animal therapy.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
$20 million.
They're trying to turn them to gay. They're trying to turn them out. This is how you know this man is
This
diabolical.
is a sick motherfucker.
He's a man of sin. Stop. His whole goal is to turn everything out. That's his goal. We need to turn the animals out.
Here it is, man. It's all potholes in the streets of St. Louis, but this nigga trying to invest $20 million for fucking gay animals. Like, this nigga crazy.
What the
You
fuck?
should listen to the details they go into. They talk about how they expose them to burning smells, see what happens to them. If they expose them to, they inject the opposite hormone in them and let them grow. They trying to force the shit, you know what I'm saying? They literally trying to figure out how to concoct how to turn people out and how to turn animals out.
I got
Esau take fuck the world to a whole nother level.
This is 2nd Ezra 5 and 7. And the Sodomites' sea shall cast out fish, and make a noise in the night, which many have not known. But they shall all hear the voice thereof. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be often sent out again. Right? Fire in California. Right? Confusion in many places, right? And the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. We see all that right now. You know, wild beasts changing their places because the Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is in power. You know, they even made a joke about it off Futurama. They said Earth the way it was before the white man came. You know.
And you know, Esau doing all this, like, you know, hunting and game and all of that and everything like that, right? Now you got deer running rampant everywhere. But I'm seeing deer in places I ain't never seen deer before.
Yeah.
I see deer in the city sometimes. It's like, but it's like you kill off all of the, because it's a reason why animals eat other animals is to keep the cycle in check. You know what I'm saying? When you exterminate or destroy the habitats of one animal, and you just leave one to run rampant, well, you get what you're seeing with the deer and all of that stuff, man.
Everything has a purpose. Hey, all you gotta do is try to run a garden. I don't know, but I want you try to run a garden. Everything has a use for something. A creature has a use for another. You know what I'm saying? They get you a barn cat. Okay. You keep a little spiders around. You know what I'm saying? You keep a little. You gotta keep. What else you gotta keep?
Them chipmunks are sneaky, bro. They will tear your shit up. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I saw one. It's a chipmunk. They walk this big, quick as hell, and they love tomatoes.
They be eating your food in front of your camera, bro.
You gotta have some damn groundhog. It's a damn groundhog that was under my mama's porch, man.
You need a few birds in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and what's great about these small birds like wrens? They eat the wasp. You know, they eat the wasp, not the bees, but those wasps and the hornets and stuff. So yeah, the Lord got all this in a balance, a system of checks and balances, how they do in the government, what they supposed to. But the Lord got it out here in nature, man.
Yeah, everything. You can use your cow's poop for fertilizer. So the Lord had a perfect cycle. But here comes the devil. There's already natural, you can say, pesticides out there. It's about, like I said, you got to use a lot of creatures and flowers.
Neem oil.
Yeah. And you got to,
Peppermint oil.
and all that stuff will like take care of itself. You know what I
Coffee
mean?
grounds. You put coffee grounds in your garden, it'll naturally repel certain insects and animals.
Oh, you need the video they did with the goats and the lambs, right? They eat up all the weeds, so you don't need no weed killer if you got a damn land full of goats and shit.
Right,
They eat all the shit.
Shit, that's they damn food.
Yeah.
Like that video, they put goats in that grassy ass area, and then after like a week, they ate everything. So guess what? You feed them, and you're naturally getting rid of a problem naturally. Versus weed killer and all that stuff going in the soil, which gets to the water, which eventually gonna come back and land on your damn food. The Lord got a perfect system, man.
Check this out. I just looked this up, and no wonder why you be seeing praying mantises in some people's gardens. It says a praying mantis helps a garden by acting as a natural pest control agent, preying on various insects that can damage crops like aphids, caterpillars, flies, small beetles, thus reducing the need for chemical pesticides, maintaining a balanced ecosystem within the garden.
Yeah.
Perfectly balanced.
All has a balance. But I have
Yeah, we get Isaiah 24.
Isaiah got it. So you just look at
You wanna read it out?
Yeah, he said Jeremiah what? 23?
No, 22 and 22. Don't do it already. This is Jeremiah 22 and verse 13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness and his chambers by wrong. that useth his neighbor's service without wages and giveth him not for his work.
That's right. And that's exactly what America's built. So it says, woe unto you. Because we built this society, but according to the law, is you're supposed to pay the man.
Yeah.
You didn't pay us. And that's why they like slavery so much, because you can't beat free labor. You can't beat it. And they used every ounce. They wouldn't pay us a damn thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And even to this day, they don't want to give you nothing.
Right.
So the Lord said, woe unto you, because the Lord sees that all these buildings, all this house is built off the backs of slaves, and we don't own a thing too. You know? We don't.
Yeah. So like Esau try to finesse you out of what you do, the little you do have. You know, just like a lot of people going to Red Note. I think that's the app or whatever. And they showing like, hey, y'all Americans getting duped. Like y'all still gotta pay on something after you pay for it. You know, so this man just, like I said, a usury, man. This man is an expert user, man. Extorter and a blackmailer and a thief.
It's all about greed.
Yeah,
Like,
never satisfied, man. And guess what? All that you work for, you gonna vomit it up, man.
Right. You think that Yahweh Shemel Shai is pleased off of somebody like that?
You know, it's meant to something without him bottling all that back up. Hey, Job 20 talks about it. All the riches that you withhold, you gonna vomit all that shit back up, man. Because you like to hoard everything to yourself, the best of the best resources and all that, man.
Even from his own people. What these Edomites ain't supposed to be struggling and wondering where their next dang on meal and their next paycheck gonna come from. They supposed to be set. But all that's gonna kick up and they gonna be after the hand of the wicked. These workers gonna be on you too, man. They gonna want answers, man. Really, they gonna want blood, man, because that's how Esau get down. So you didn't just hoarded all the resources, everything. You didn't even share the wealth with your own people, man. That's not how it's gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. No Israelite gonna be struggling in poverty or nothing.
Right.
They're gonna be good.
And when you read the law of the Lord, even we had a welfare system. In our book, we had a welfare system. We took care of widows, okay, virgins, and the poor. It's even in our law to respect the land.
Yeah.
That you always, the Lord, the earth gave the earth for Israel. You always, if you needed food, you could go over here and get some food. You know what I'm saying? Pull it off the tree, pull it off, you know, even into your brother's land. When I say your neighbor's land, shall I say, because he's not supposed to go and reap. He's supposed to leave like 10% for the poor, so somebody can come eat. The Lord didn't just bring you down here and say, well, whoever don't make it, it sucks to be you. You gotta find a roof over your head. We had a welfare system.
Shit, even Jake be saying that shit. Oh, you gotta get yours, nigga.
That's how it used to be in the hood, you know. Certain grandmamas and, you know, the elderly would have it, you know, they'll cook a lot of shit and nobody would go hungry. If you was hungry, it was always like a few designated spots. You know, my grandmama's house was one of them. You could come, you know, can I, you know, Miss Nook, can I get something to eat? And she ain't gonna never say no. Because she got food, they got food. They used to look out for each other. But until this devil made everybody so selfish. You know, everybody is about themselves now. Because that's how he is. As is the ruler, so are the people.
Yeah, that's actually capitalism. Capitalism leads to covetousness. Capitalism says be an individualist and all you need to worry about is your damn self. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter at the expense of others. You do what you do. That's capitalism. That's covetous. Okay? I tell you one, like with 2 Maccabees 3 and start at 7. But yeah, in our history, man, we had a system. The Lord had a system for us to make sure that everybody was okay. You even had a way to get back on your feet if you came down. If you said, hey, I'm kind of down right now, you know what option I have? Kind of like today, right? They'll say, oh, join the Army, Navy, and all that. But you get screwed in the end, right? In the ancient, you can go and I'm going to go serve my neighbor. I'm going to serve him 7 years. And by that 7 years, you was taken care of, man. You were taken care of. You left with, and he would send you on your way with substance to make sure, like, you on your feet. You help me, I help you. You know, you might even start a family out of all that. That's what happened with Jacob.
Come.
You know, so we had a system in place to help each other. Okay,
Right.
but this devil don't offer that. You know, you got that? Yeah, you started. Just to give you an example of how we operated. You know,
Second Maccabees 3, verse 7. Now when Ptolemy came to the king and said, and had showed him of the money whereof he was told, the king chose out of Heliodorus his treasurer and sent him with a commandment to bring him before said money. So page jumped. So forthwith Heliodorus took his journey under a call of visiting the cities of Caesarea and Phinis, but indeed to fulfill the king's purpose. And when he was come to Jerusalem and had been courteously received by the high priest of the city, he told him what intelligence was given of the money, and declared wherefore he came and asked if these things were so indeed. Then the high priest told him that there was such money laid up for the relief of widows and fatherless children, and that some of it belonged to Hyrcanus, son of Tobias, a man of great dignity, not as that wicked Simon had misinformed, the sum whereof in all was 400 talents of silver and 200 of gold.
right. So the point is, we had a welfare system for what? The relief of widows. Okay, it said widows.
Widows and fatherless children.
Widows and orphans. Okay, because you know that every woman you see basically, technically, is a single woman, right? For the most part, they got kids, single mother, and all that. That's foreign. You know, back then, you were either a widow, okay, right, which means that was something bad. You mean, you know, of course, obviously, if you had nothing to do with it. But if you lost your husband, right, that they know that that's like your sense of provision right there. So we had a system in place to help you, you know, and it said what? The orphans, basically the fatherless children. So we had a system set up in place to help the poor. And as everything, even the scriptures, scripture said, but there's a phrase out there like said you could determine the nation depending on how they treat like the poor, and you could say the children and all those things. But we have systems set up in place to help one another. The Lord gave us the law of the land, like the land Sabbath, to respect the land. He told us that if you have major land, you couldn't go and glean everything. You had to leave 10%. Because you got to have the poor. They need a place to eat. They need, you know. You got to have a place set up for the poor to have a place to sleep. Okay? You just leave them out. We just leave people out in the brick cold. We had systems set up for the poor, and more than likely it's because of misfortune. You know, it's because they either lost, you know, maybe a fire or something, or they had a death in the family. You know, those are things that happened, and we made sure that they were taken care of. That's what we did. This devil here, he does everything by usual. You know, they'll scam you as long as they get something out of it. They, insurance itself is a damn scam. Everybody knows insurance is the biggest scam going because it's legal.
And if it wasn't a scam, surely they'll be like, well, you went 6 months without using none of your benefits. So here's a little check for, you know, a third or half of what you put into. No, they don't do that shit. They just keep pocketing it and pocketing and pocketing. You go 2, 3, 4 years without even, they done came up big time. Then when you do have some mishap happening, oh, you got to pay that premium, you know, and it went up.
And
What's wrong with y'all, man?
Yeah. They be like, oh, your payment didn't go through, so this month you wasn't covered.
The deductible, and they literally try to fight to not pay you. That's the goal. The day you gotta use your car insurance, they push you to see who's at fault.
Look, and not only that, you have to have insurance to get taxed so you don't get pulled over.
Yeah.
So they be like, all right, when you go into the DMV, I try to Jacob their ass one time. They're like, oh, you need to show proof of insurance. I'm like, fuck.
Well, you know, they've gone as far as even with homeowners insurance that you used to have a certain deductible. It might be 500, it might be 1,000, whatever deductible you chose, right? It was never based on the value of your house. So now the value of your house is going to determine what your deductible is. And you don't have a choice.
Damn.
So it's like, if I'm not mistaken, it's 0.5% or 0.1% or whatever the value of your house is, quote unquote, on the market.
Wow.
So now if you got, let's just say your house is $400,000, right? They'll say that, well, your deductible is $2,600. Okay, that's what they're gonna tell you. You know what I mean? When did I get a $2,600 deductible? Well, you know, you didn't pick it. It's based on the value of your house.
You bought it
Okay,
for
so
$400,000.
anything that goes on in your house, you essentially you gonna pay for it. They're not gonna pay for it, but you keep paying your premiums.
Here's the messed up part about it. They'll say, yeah, well, that deductible is based on your house being worth $600,000, right? You're like, oh, 600? All right, let me go to the bank. Let me get some money out. Oh man, your house worth $300,000.
Right.
Nigga, what?
It's all of them. They, you know, Esau give you the flim flam when it's time for you to get paid. You know, and you can't say that this motherfucker is not the devil, man. I mean, it's
the old switcheroo.
yeah. You know, just always the motherfucker is so devious and conniving that they spend millions of dollars a year figuring out how to fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I mean, that's what they do. That's what research and development.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how can we fuck you?
Yeah.
That's what research and development.
There's always a new level, even on the smallest level. You know, on the smallest level, even if it's just wasting your time. Now, look, when you supposed to go to these apps to watch something other than mainstream TV or whatever, you gotta watch 50 damn commercials before, like, what the fuck? Like, but it's just they gon' hit you with something every time.
And just like before those fires happened in California, they already said, we ain't covering you. Before it even happened, we ain't covering fire. And it's like, well, wait a minute, I've been paying for this for X amount of years. Now you gonna try to bail out. And that's exactly what they do. And it's because it's quote unquote required. It's the only reason people pay for it.
Right, they gave these motherfuckers $750.
And that's all you get.
For people that lost their homes in the fire.
And you lose your $2 million house, right? And it was supposed to be covered. But also the insurance, because you have to really overextend on the insurance, because now you got to think about the valuables that was in the house that they lost, that the insurance company is not going to pay for. You know, a lot of them rich people have all these fucking exotic cars and all that. All that shit got burned up. They're not paying for nothing.
Yeah, it was I believe he was Northern Kingdom, when he lost all them fucking rides, man. He just watched this shit burn up. I was like, damn.
So about Northern Kingdom Jake, he was drinking above some shit.
And they have loopholes because with that whole tornado that hit, they was like, yeah, you had insurance, but you didn't have flood. Sorry, you needed flood.
Yeah.
You know, you had wind, but not flood, or you got.
You've had wind, but not tornado and shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, tornado was wind.
It's a big
Like,
joke.
damn, right. So now not only you need insurance, you need a specific type of insurance for it to be covered.
You got to
Wind
cover
insurance.
your house and to the extent of if a herd of fucking pink elephants come and trample down your house. That's how you're going to have to cover it. Because they're going to find some way to get out of paying.
You ain't got livestock.
Just like say the deer hit you. I think on my insurance you gotta pay extra for animal coverage or some shit. An animal hit your damn car. I'm like, that's full of shit, man. You know, like how you expect me to be in control of an animal hitting my shit when I'm in the house sleep? You know?
See, so this devil, so just really owning property is a fucking nightmare. Getting a car, same thing, okay? Man, and then on top of it, you never own it in the first place because they're gonna make you pay, and that's actually a thing now. There's people that actually flip or buy houses that not even buying it, but because they delinquent on the taxes, they'll take that shit. That's the thing.
I used to do that.
Yeah, you can get a house. You can actually get a house because if you don't pay the taxes, It don't matter if it paid off, you ain't paying the taxes, the government takes it and somebody else buy it because they like, we need somebody to pay this. So now you gonna foot the bill. So you truly can never own a place. You truly can never. So that's one way to actually get a place out here is to find a place that's delinquent in taxes because the government will give it to you because they need somebody to pay them each month, each year. So they'll take it from one and give it to another. You're like, well, I paid on it yet, but you ain't paying taxes. So you never really own anything. You got that house yet? Yes. So it's a fucking nightmare, man.
God. This is the book of Job, chapter 24, starting from the top, right? Okay, this is Job 24. It says, foreseen times are not hidden from the Almighty. Do they that know him not see his days? Some remove the landmarks. They violently take away flocks and feed thereof. They divide away the ass of the fatherless. They take away the widow's ox for a pledge. They turn the needy out of the way. The poor of the earth hide themselves together. Behold, as wild asses in the desert, go they forth to their work, resting bedtimes for a prey. The wilderness yieldeth food for them yieldeth food for them and for their children. They reap everyone his corn in the field. They gather the vintage of the wicked. They cause the naked to lodge without clothing, that they have no covering in the cold.
Hey, you about to have a stream of homeless people pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, with all this is going on, and even with the Section 8, like, because there's so many loopholes for that for you to take advantage of, you know? Technically, you go to get some help as a man, you ain't gonna make it. But they'll give it to some woman that's abusing it, and they know she fucking abusing it, but they like, we don't care. So, because I found that out, not that I was trying to get anything from them, but just in general, going out there in the world, you know, stepping out there, there is no help for just a regular single man trying to do better. So you don't got no help out here, man. And I had one of them tell me, they basically told me you got to have some type of liability to get anything. So you just can't be a free person. You got to be fucked up somehow. You got to be locked in the system in some way for us to even throw something your way. Hey, that's literally what the credit system is about. That's another reason this place got to go to fucking credit system. It's literally designed to keep you in slavery. Okay? The more debt you have, the higher your credit. The less debt you have, because everybody's goal is what? Quote unquote economic freedom, right? Well, guess what? The system is going to work against you by making your credit bad because you achieving that. When I first went to get my apartment, right? It was like, you didn't pass, and that's because it's basically a blank sheet of paper. And I said, that's exactly how I want it. And they still gave it to me because they just looked at the pay stubs or whatever. But that's when I realized, I said, so this system is designed to keep you in debt forever. And the more you pay off debt, the less support you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? That's ass backwards.
So I was doing a good deed by not owing no debt. I owe some shit like that. It fucked my mind. Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm doing a good deed. You know, I'm young and fresh out the military. I go and they like, well, this is just the same as bad credit. I'm like, how? They like, because you don't owe nobody. I'm like, so in order to get ahead, you gotta owe a motherfucker. They like, yeah, this shit. I was like, well, if I can't just get it, then I don't need it then. So fuck all that credit shit. That's a trick.
That's the society. The society is geared, everything is designed to keep you in perpetual slavery. You just don't know it until after the fact, and that's the snare. Right? Like a lot of you women, you need guidance because you just, I'm gonna go to college, and get all this, and now you got wounds and wounds of debt that you ain't gonna ever pay off. And they got compound interest on that. And it's a private loan, so you can't put that in the bankrupt. You can't. And it just keep piling up, and it's usury. Because now you owe 3 times more than what you originally borrowed because of interest, and they ain't gonna let it go. You see, this man's the devil. You see, and they prey on you to hope that you fall in the snare, just so that you can say, I went to Harvard. Congratulations, now you're working at motherfucking Target Schnooks, you know, you working at Target with your bachelor's degree in gender studies, you know?
And they think this man way is righteous or something, or it's the way to be, or they look down on you if you not in league with it or following suit. No, hell no, I see that this is bullshit.
The same type of motherfucking woman, she'll look down on you if you ain't got no college degree, but you making you in a better position than her.
They talking about some, I heard women say, I don't want no blue collar person. I'm like, the blue collar will keep your fucking house up and going. You stupid idiot. No, it's the white collars is actually suffering right now. All the tech companies, dude, and everybody said, oh, it's tech. This tech ain't the place to be right now. Because those six-figure salaries, Salakia, the 200,000, 500,000, them come from tech, okay? And that's like the, you could say the America's backbone, but you could say the tech companies is those big six-figure salaries, you know what I'm saying? They being laid off, you know?
In droves, yeah.
Because the thing about it with the tech companies is, if you weren't actually building something, like being a software developer, database engineer and everything, like where you're actually building something, they really don't need you. Because you just like, if all you do is just talk to people and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You really ain't needed. You're doing something and because like a lot of these things, they make up titles to give to people. Like might be like a data analyst or something like that or some shit. Nigga, they don't need you. They got AI to do that now. Yeah.
God.
Doing people's homework, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, I kind of said it. Yeah, AI writing essays for you and shit.
Yeah, which is leading to more unqualified people in the world.
Man.
They really don't know what to do. They just, I just made my way through. So when it comes time to actual decisions in real life, okay, where there's tension, shit, I don't know how to do this.
Right. That's good, but he got to keep switching jobs because he got the complexion for the selection, but when he get into these troubleshooting jobs, he got to quit because he like, oh, this motherfucker don't know what he doing.
You can get a paycheck and say figure him out.
Yeah.
Then it's gotta
It's
go.
over with.
It's a video of a Jake that's working at a job as an electrician or some shit. And he had literally said day 2 of I don't know what the fuck is going on with this shit. And he basically just took a picture and shit of him standing by like a transformer, just looking at it. He looked like something he didn't take jobs.
He gonna have to get the hell out of here. He hurt himself.
God, this is the book of Job 24, back at the 8th verse. They are wet with the showers of the mountains and embrace the rock for want of shelter. Then pluck the fatherless from the breast and take a pledge of the poor. They cause him to go naked without clothing, and they take away the sheaf from the hungry, which make oil within their walls and tread their winepress and suffer thirst. Men groan out of the, men groan from out of the city, and the soul of the wounded crieth out.
Oh yeah, and hey, he's talking about the veterans, but they the most worst treated people. You know, in this, you know what the law says about or the scripture says about the man of war that suffered poverty. Hey, that's another thing. In the ancients, our people were taken care of, man. If you fought war, you were taken care of. And even if you played the role of a high priest, you was taken care of. You would deal what, 25 years of service? You turn what, 50? And you good. All you do now is just help the ones under. But we made sure you was taken care of. So the Lord had everything in place to make sure that you didn't just work your whole damn life. You know what I'm saying? That you actually enjoyed the fruits of the earth. You know, He made sure that everything was taken care of. And in our law, that's what we did amongst our people. You see? And it's the Edomites, like we was talking about these homeless Edomites. It's the Edomites that treat each other horribly. Because I always found it weird of Edomite asking me for some money. Shouldn't you be asking your people for some money? And if your big brother Amalek was so damn stingy, y'all should be able to walk into a so-called Jew neighborhood and have a fucking house ready for them and get taken care of. But you know what they gonna do? They gonna call the cops. You got a homeless man on my street. Here it is, you can set that whole man up, change his whole life, and you won't put a dent in your bank account. And you like, hell no, I ain't giving them shit. You know? But Israel, you know, when we were in our land, we were known for taking care of ourselves. Let a bunch of Israelites own the street full of houses like the so-called Jews. Let one of our homeless come in there. He gonna get taken care of. He gonna have a place to sleep. He gonna have some food over his head. A roof over his head. He gonna have some food on his plate. Okay, we'll make sure he's gonna be taken care of. Because what's different is that we're Israelites. We were given the laws of the Heavenly Father, and it's gonna come naturally from the inside. You know, here it is, we got these big ass houses, but we see one of our people on the sideline. We're gonna be like, hey man, look, get this man something, make him a plate, bring him in, let him shower, give him the things he needs, put him on the ass, send him on his way. We're gonna take care of him. That's what we would do. But because you people the devil, this is why you have the situation you have. Because you all should be able to go down in the lobby. If I was a homeless Edomite, I'm walking up to a so-called Jew house. And I'm banging on the door, like, you gonna give me something, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You got innumerable fucking bank account. You gonna give me something, motherfucker. They gonna lock your ass up.
Us being when we was doing grass cutting, we was riding around over there. We seen down Amalekite's house. They dog house was like that first level over there. Big as hell. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Big ass Doberman come out there, man. I'm like, this is the dog house? Motherfucker was huge. It was made out of stone and brick and all that. Then the main house was like 2-3 stories. I'm like, man, yeah, they got it, man.
The dog house got a chicken.
Yeah.
Nigga, what this nigga gonna do with these pots and pans?
Man, I'm like, wow.
But they won't even help their own.
Nope.
You know? See, that's the difference. So that's how you know they ain't the people, especially the so-called. That's how we know for sure you ain't the people. Mm-hmm. You ain't extending your hand to your neighbor. You trying to kill your neighbor.
And how I was set up over there, you know when somebody not from over there, because it's just like how the streets is set up. Like, if you ain't jogging or doing something, or you just, yeah, they could tell you out of place, boy. They gonna call the police so quick.
Just like when I was at Intersection, I remember just like how they get like maintenance done on their streets and shit. Let that be a Jake neighborhood. It take them months and months and months just to pave that street or put a street on the ground. But over there in the small hat communities, they get that shit done in a week, man. You know? And it go to show you, man, like they get spoiled, man. But they don't want to play the victims and shit, man, when they don't get their way.
And they could change, and they could pass legislation. Something happened like the Luke, man. They could pass legislation to get their way real quick in an instance. Come on, man. Like, Israelites don't got that type of pool over here in this place, man.
And even if a regular eater might go and ask for small habits for some money, you already know how they get there. Like that video I sent to the chat. He said, let me get $50. He said, what you need $30 for?
Yeah.
So he said, he lowered it to 20. Then it went to 10, you know?
Hey, tell the story. How does it go?
He said his son came to him, he's like, hey, Pops, can I borrow $50? He said, $50? What do you need $30 for? He told us my own son is trying to get me on my last $20. He jumped out the window and shit, told his son, police, help, there's a man after me trying to take my last $5. And he running away and shit, told him, I'm going to hear from my lawyer over the $50 you need. Like,
Yeah.
That shit is hilarious,
man. That's still, this is Proverbs chapter 5 and verse 21. For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all his goings. His own iniquity shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. And that's what you see in America, man. These people did not like instruction. The Lord, here it is, he gave a blueprint on what to do in each situation that you can encounter. And what they do, the total opposite, man. You know? But they want you to believe that they're so nigh unto the Lord. Well, how? How is that so? This place is totally astray, man. The people are severely fucked up and wounded. You know, like hey, their mind is wounded, man. Their body's wounded. Their spirit is wounded. Ain't nothing, you know. Yeah, it's just dead here. Only people that you see rejoicing is reprobates, man. You probably heard them around the corner screaming about something, but it's probably some bullshit, folly or something.
God.
But ain't nobody really enjoying this life, you know, over here anyway. Everybody is oppressed, miserable and oppressed in some form or fashion.
Precept. Ecclesiastes 25:13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Right? And that's what these people in America had. They had the plague of the heart. You know, and your heart goes into your la'ab, which means your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if this ain't right, then your body not gonna be right.
God.
You know? When your mind not right, it manifests in your actions. Like number one, being a sodomite. You know, because they used to classify that as a mental illness back in the day. Well, it's still a mental illness. You know, because a lot of those sodomites, they got touched and all that, you know, when they were younger, okay, and messed them up.
Yeah, like they said you consider it insane if you chop off your arm or something, but you're considered proud and bold if you chop off your lower parts.
Your man parts.
Yeah. And try to change your plumbing. It's impossible.
That's brave.
You know? But
Woman of the year.
that's not crazy though.
Miss
Right, so
Universe.
you had this
Shit sick, man.
you had this transformer. They was basically interviewing Shem, whatever you want to call him. And Shem was saying, Shem was all like, I feel like I was a part of this weird science experience. You were. You know, you were. And you fell for the okie doke. And now you regret it now.
And to think that you can actually pursue a profession and say and call yourself an abortionist, a transgenderist, whatever it is, where you can actually go and study to do the procedures and make six-figure salaries. That's evil. You can actually say, I'm gonna go be an abortionist. So you're saying you're gonna go be a murderer.
Right.
The fact that there is actually a room and a curriculum for you to go down that path is evil in its fucking self. Okay?
So-called Israelite, nigga women, man, y'all, shame on y'all, man, because y'all get in place too. I mean, Esau's women do it too, but how much more do they make in our community? You know? Because they doing it too out of the incest and things that happen and they don't want to speak about. But our women is the ones that's blasted in front of the world and shown to the world like it's just our people. But really it's them too, because, you know, they got a lot of sick shit that go on in their family, you know, that they don't hide. But you shouldn't be giving them place to even make no type of money off of you in that field, man.
Right. Yeah, these people in America are sick, man. You know, instead of doing something productive, the only thing these niggas want to do nowadays is just smoke, play video games, right? Yep, just pleasures of the flesh. They don't want to learn nothing productive. Mm-hmm. You know, like all the time you sitting, you know, which I play video games, you know, I'm not gonna lie. But I'd be mad at myself doing it, but like, damn, I could be learning something more productive. You know, like looking up something or studying something.
Oh, that's another thing. Can you give me that? I think it's Deuteronomy 22 about the stubborn child. Mm-hmm. See, look, you had to be a fucking contributor to society. You couldn't be some damn liability, no good for nothing. Okay? Something of earth. You couldn't be a damn gremlin in our gates. You gonna get up and you gonna do something. Okay? We didn't tolerate that lazy niggard spirit just sitting around the house, fat, eating Cheetos and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Drinking all the rest of the damn orange juice out the carton and
Right.
shit.
We didn't tolerate the nigger tree. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got right now. You hear stories about what man kills parents because parents told him he need to get up and go outside or something.
Now you got a little lawsuit going for the gamers. They got a little lawsuit for like children that have been, I guess, fucked up from gaming too much or whatever. It's some type of syndrome or something they're trying to come out with. But if parents was, Esau didn't put this pressure on parents to just try to be these kids' friends and just try to let them do whatever they want, and if they're happy, then no, man. Y'all cripple this next generation. They good for nothing, damn near.
Right.
Except violence.
That's right.
We didn't tolerate. We didn't tolerate that bullshit. We put them down. Okay, you got it. Is that
Nah, I can't find it.
I think it's 22 and 10.
stuff?
Or it might be 21. It might be 21. Because it's right. It should be right under the multiple wives.
21. I think it's 21 and 18, right?
Yeah. The stubborn child.
12 and 4.
Should be
This is the
21.
Yeah.
21 and 18.
Yeah.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12 and 4 says, "How long shall the land mourn, and the herbs of every field wither? For the wickedness of them that dwell therein, the beasts are consumed, and the birds, because they said, he shall not see our last end."
Right. So even the creatures are suffering. Like the brother mentioned, everybody suffers. Even the creatures are suffering. So even Jeremiah, he pleaded for the creatures. He said, "How long shall the creatures mourn, and every herb, for the wickedness of them that dwell therein?" You Edomites, so-called white people, like the so-called Jewish man, you have been proven to be an unfit ruler. Okay? This is what you've done in your rulership. You led civilization to a collapse. You led even the earth and the herbs to collapse.
Really, we laughing at your ass, nigga.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand that.
Placed in the motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Laughing at us.
That's a chick too. You know what I'm saying?
Then want to wave. Man, get your fucking
Got that lost ass face too.
What the fuck are you doing? We laughing at your ass. 'Cause you around your enemies and they probably gonna
Yeah.
be your demise, man.
God.
And believe it or not, you in this truth, even on a worldly level, you more in the know than these clowns. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like up here, we giving like, we can say worldly advice, so use the world, not use it, abuse it. You know, like we say, the best way to be as a minimalist if you can. We talking about the problems that come on the property, all these things. Because even the scriptures tell you how to move in wisdom when it comes to like money and stuff like that, even like with women and stuff like that. You more in the know than any of these grandparent people, any of these economists. You more in the know than them because they don't understand the value of knowing when to save and knowing when to live in the moment. They don't understand that. But the scriptures tell you that.
Teddy Roosevelt said that the Bible is way better than the college education.
Of course. We more knowledgeable. That's why vocab so mad. He spent 3 years or something like that. The average tuition for a seminary Bible school is like $30,000. And guess what? The Lord gave it to us for free. He got a problem. And he's starting to copy us. You know? At one point you called it Hebrew hopscotch. Now you're using the word precept. You see, so you can't beat us.
Can't do nothing against this truth, man.
Exactly.
Only for it.
So they're mad. So your so-called Bible schools are a joke. Okay? They're literally robbing you of knowledge that the Lord has given you for free.
Right.
By way of coming right here. We're giving it to you for free.
And that's crazy, man. Like even on the regular level, the men of the Lord are some of the hardest workers and knowledgeable people on this job, man, on their jobs. You know, and a lot of them didn't even go to. A lot of us didn't even go to school.
And that's-
They were just as good as the people that
I
did.
told you that fucking Edomite trying to fight me at work because the job. When I got there, they was buying all these equipment that they, like it take certain tools and certain hoses and nozzles and all this. They was just buying it for me, clothes and all. He like, man, I've been here 5 years and they ain't bought me shit. So he was trying to fight me, but
Hey, not only that, that's because Jake asked. You know?
And that just reminds you, Joseph, Daniel. Eventually, Jake gon', no man, see, here's how it really should be. You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, see, look, boss. Hey, this is better if you get this and this
Yeah,
and that.
yeah, yeah.
It's more efficient if you
You
know
know?
it this way. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So we had that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Hey, King Solomon, that man was a genius, as you can say. He knew exactly when to plant, what to plant, when to do it, how to do it. Because it's the knowledge, the wisdom of the earth. We got the more better scoop than the average, and that's why the Lord said the wisdom of this world is foolishness.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Exactly.
Call on y'all the wisdom, man. You know, it's in the scriptures. But your main concern should be the prophecies. Because yes, you can get knowledge on how to handle women, how to deal with money. All this stuff is in the scriptures, but what matters most is really the prophecy. Because faith is what's going to matter in the end. You know?
God.
You had something, right?
God.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is going to y'all point too. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 4. And it reads, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. You know? So the Israelites, you know, we got knowledge of certain things that these other nations don't have knowledge of. Okay? But ultimately Yahweh Shai is gonna come back and set everything back in its proper order, and it's gonna be more vibrant. You know? It's gonna be something beautiful like the earth never seen before. Plus all you other nations are gonna thrive off of us being on top.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Hey, like brother said, we got answers as of why the earth is the way it is, why men and women are the way they are, right? Why everything. We got the answer to why evil has increased. The love of many shall wax cold. All that's found in the Yep, Second Ezra chapter 4 will tell you that the earth is getting, through age, we become less stature, you know, weaker, and the evil seed has grown into basically a full tree. That's why you seeing the worst of the worst people. These people ain't got no answers, but all the answers is right here in the scripture.
Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear upon,
People mourn. God.
Edomites being in power, man. Hey, everybody is suffering under this man's rulership, man.
Even Edom. Especially Edom. I seen the story, Salakia, but I seen the story that you brought that up. This fucking Edomite guy killed his whole family and told them, like, call the police and said, come on, because I'm about to turn the gun on myself. They're like, what? They started trying to talk to him. All you hear was, wow. Like, he wasn't bullshit. He told him, come on, clean this up. I'm at this address. Whatever, I just took all my grandkids out, and my kids and my wife, and I'm next. I said, wow, like, you got to be fucked up.
Damn.
You know?
Yeah, and that's how you know that Esau is destined for deletion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because hey, even he know himself that he fucked up. He had that damn devil, that serial killer, John Wayne Gacy, right?
Oh, man.
Motherfucker, this other kid, Mike, which he was fucked up too. You know, he was telling me about him. I'm like, damn, y'all know y'all fucked up, don't y'all? But yeah, but this damn devil, after he was done killing and raping these children, to punish himself, he'd stick needles, you know, like where your prostate is at, he'd stick needles in his damn prostate as a form of punishment on himself. You know, because he was getting away with wickedness. You know, so you devils know that you fucked up. You know you ain't right. You know?
Just a little quick one. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 41 and verse 7. The children will complain of the ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. That's exactly what you Edomites be doing. You complaining about what your forefather Esau doing, you know? Because, hey, you know damn well your father and you're the reincarnation of those same people. You were fucking up, man. And you treating us bad the whole time. You're the one that's in the Lord's trick bag, man. So keep on doing the shit to Jake, and the Lord gonna definitely pay you back for what you done to us. Double or to what you done to us, man.
Right? You see, because you done this, and now that it's affecting you, now it's, oh, we're all in this together. You gotta figure something out. It wasn't like that when you had us in slavery.
Right.
Because in slavery, you didn't even want us to use the same water fountain, which I would have been agreeing with. I would have been in agreement with that. I don't want to use your state fountain over.
Right.
I don't want to use nothing you got no way.
I don't even want to be in the same room as you, damn.
Right.
There's no drink out here, motherfucker.
I think it was Claude Anderson that it was explaining how segregation was actually good
Yeah, kind of.
for our people. And since it's becoming too good, they said, okay, we need to, not to something, but to assimilate something.
Yeah, not to integrate. They
It's-
call it integration, but it's really assimilation.
Assimilate, meaning you got to get on our program. Not let's give you room to do, what you can do. You know what I'm saying? But segregation, I've been okay with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can be around you stinking devils nowhere.
Think that they way is the way. You can't even. I'm talking about even older Jakes that grew up when it was, oh, you couldn't go across that street. They gonna get your ass. They think that like, how do you forget? Now they think, oh well, you ain't doing right. You gotta do it right there, man. Don't you see that shit? Don't work. We was better off then.
And we were better off. I think it showed we were better off because the dollar stayed in we spent the money first in our area. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things we did.
They're in our room.
I got something. This is Obadiah verse 14. It says, neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. As ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. They shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. Right. So after that 1,000-year period is over, hey, the Lord is going to destroy you, you Edomites, you so-called white people. Because everything that you do is just against nature. I mean, literally everything, from the way how you look, the way how you deal with your women, the way how you eat, the way how you do business. I mean, damn, like how can you not get wrong than the damn devil, like Edomite?
And to add to that, like with the segregation thing, yeah, it was good for us, man, because it's a video out there of a civil rights activist, trying some Edomite food for the first time, an all-white restaurant. And he basically like, man, this is the lousiest fucking food I ever had, man. It's going to show you, man, like, we better off being on our own turf, man. Because how you Edomites eat, we don't eat like that, man. Y'all like y'all steak rare, we don't. We like our shit cooked.
And seasoned.
In season. Now Jake nowadays, yeah, let me get medium rare. That's because you devils put that into chicken.
Yeah, the steak's more juicy.
You can get a well done steak that's juicy. All you gotta do is put your vegetables on the bottom and put the steak on top. Steam it, man, that motherfucker gonna fall apart.
Now you got Esau doing the rotten meat challenge, where this motherfucker eating raw rotten meat.
But see, they like that shit. They like that shit. I knew some Edomites that would eat raw bacon, man. TV and shit. I'm like, how did that satisfy? I'm like, man, y'all fucked up, man. That shit just, they know you full of worms. Good being.
That's right. And look, like, just because a man might look big and buff on the outside, that doesn't necessarily mean that he healthy.
Right.
You know? Because like, you Edomites, like your brother said, you're known for eating raw meat. Okay? This damn like this damn bodybuilder, this motherfucker had hundreds of worms in his body. You know, so not liver king. But it was just a bodybuilder period. Well, now they ain't doing X-ray, but they had them cut open. They just pulling out all type of fucking worms and shit. I'm like, see, that's why the Lord put the dietary law in effect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, yeah, like pork might got protein, so what? But you ain't supposed to eat that though. You know, even fucking shrimp got fucking protein. But you ain't supposed to eat shrimp.
But that protein is for the animals that eat that. You know? Let them animals eat that shit, man. There's a reason why the Lord, like brother said about the food chain, there's a reason why the whales eat the shrimp. You know, it's a reason why you got predators that prey on pork or pigs, man.
Right.
You know? You keep everything balanced.
Right. Their body is designed to digest that meat and the parasites or whatever that may be in it. Yeah. Like hyena. You fucking die if you eat some hyena meat, man. It's so full of parasites and all type of shit. It's a respiratory animal.
A lion ain't even gonna eat a hyena.
They just kill them because they know it's business.
Right. They got the same prey, so a hyena is a natural ops. which a hyena is the complete opposite of a lion. If you know anything about hyenas, you know they simps. A lion is a king, a hyena is a simp. Because they got queens, you know, and then all the men take turns popping. And then, you know, the lion, he got multiple lionesses, you know, and he pop every single one. You know, so that just knows that you hyenas are off. You know, and we even compare them to you so-called black people. You know, you got multiple, you pretty much hyenas. There ain't no damn lions no more. Got multiple sex partners, multiple baby daddies.
Yeah, they're supposed to be found in the other nations. Like somebody put up a video or a picture to show how the Romans wore, how they wore clothes. Same thing. They're white men walk around with basically booty shorts on. It's real slim. You know, everything's showing, leggings, all that. That's how they live. Cavemen. They live basically close to naked as possible. Whereas our women, you're supposed to be covered up. Go ahead.
Starting in verse 13.
River water and shit, swimming in.
This is Exodus chapter 1 and verse 13. It reads, "And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor, and made their lives bitter with hard bondage, order, drink, all manner of service in the field. All their service, wherewith they made them serve, was with rigor. The king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other was Puah. And he said," which would be the king of Egypt, "and he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew woman, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared Yahweh, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. The king of Egypt called for the midwives, and said unto them, Why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? The midwives said unto Pharaoh, Because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, but they are lively, and are delivered ere the midwives come in unto them. Therefore Yahweh dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty."
Yeah, you see, those were what I would call real women. And they said, we ain't listening to the devil, and we ain't gonna do that. And what they basically said was, oh, well, what's happening is they're having babies too fast. By the time we get there, it's too late. They basically lied, you know what I'm saying? Because they fear Yahweh. Nowadays, the average woman you meet probably has an abortion.
She got an agenda to get one before she get pregnant.
Yeah, and there's a lot of consequences that come with that. They damage their uterus. They can damage them having children anymore in the future.
Then they have a continual smell you can't get rid of.
Yeah. So you just know it's evil. You see, but the devil did that as a way to try to destroy what? The men. Because they know that ultimately the men are the prize, the men is the leader, and with one man can bring back the damn tribe, man, the whole tribe. But and that's the problem. So the point is, they did it back then, they're doing it now. The issue is that our women have voluntarily done it, and they fight for it. You know? They fight for it. They call it rights. You know, and you can, like I said, you can even go and be a woman worshiper. So you can actually take it up a curriculum to to learn how to kill. And all they're going to tell you, you're going to learn about life. You're going to learn about how life works. All right, about 3 weeks in, the life is formed to this level. The life is formed to this level. So in order to eliminate the life, you inject it, you inject it with whatever is going to be dead, you know. So you learn how to kill, basically. And you call it medical procedures. And you call it a doctor's degree. When your profession is how to reverse pregnancy, which pregnancy, by definition, is the development of a baby. The word develop means to grow. So how do you stop something from growing? You kill it. So your profession literally is kill, is a murderer. I'm a killer. When you say I'm abortionist, you say I'm a killer. You know what I'm saying? I know how to kill. I know exactly what age, what stage, how big it's gonna be, how many clamps with sharp teeth on it I'm gonna need. Okay? If I gotta press down, you're just a professional fucking murderer. And these people get 6-figure fucking salaries, man. You know what I'm saying?
And to add to that, I was watching some video and it fucked me up in the head, man. It pissed me off. Because black women go so fucking hard for this shit. The video basically described how they killed a child. They literally stick the needle in the woman's womb into the uterus and basically inject something to stop the baby's heart and shit. That is fucking wicked, man. You know?
Kills it, and then you come the next day, it's dead. Now begins the extraction process where we break it in pieces. You got one person there with a clipboard to check and make sure that for both arms, the head, the brain, the heart, all those things. Again, they're taking those remains and they're putting it in the lab.
Now they're selling it to the small.
I just couldn't do it. So he was doing like a little tell-all or whatever. And he looks like an Edomite, but surely a true Edomite wouldn't get depressed over killing. They'd be happy.
You ain't changing nobody's life. She's a whore, so you freeing her from her responsibility to go out and be a whore.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
And of course, women gonna love it because women are evil. And for the record, if you've done that, or even if you're a man that paid for that, you gotta repent because that's serious.
That's right.
Okay, the Lord can hold that to you. Because you know men do it, you know, to get off the hook. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't no cure, you did. I gave you the money, but you wouldn't do it. Nigga, you guilty too, though.
Guilty. Because you did it. You paid for it. You know what I'm saying? That means you was in cahoots with the child sacrifice. That's all it goes back to. It goes back to offering your children to Molech.
Yep.
Back then, they waited till it was born to kill it, put it in the fire, literally. You doing it now.
You just gonna have to just be a man and accept the responsibility.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly.
You know, and leave it up to the Lord, you know. If the baby get miscarried, it get miscarried. If it be born, it get born.
Yeah. And the responsibility falls on you. Well, you knew what you was doing, so how you gonna say, well, I just didn't want to kid with her. So why you in it? You gotta be responsible, man. Like
Right.
that's what the Lord requires. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just kill. Well, I want to be off the hook. You know what I'm saying? That's evil. And that's another reason why this place got to fucking go. I think like 100,000 babies every day are killed. 100,000.
Make it accessible for these people to do it.
Yeah, and you protect them. You know? Yeah, man. There's just so many reasons why this place got to be destroyed. It all boils down to poor and wicked leadership by you Edomites, you so-called white people. This is why you're going down. This is why you're losing your pensions. This is why, okay, your society is falling. Okay, this is why you're going down. All right, because of your wicked and evil dealings with the earth, with the planet, with the creatures, with nature. Because you're boasting against the Most High, Yahweh. So that's why the society is going down. Okay, it's going down because of the poor leadership of the so-called white race. Okay?
Right.
You destroyed the earth. All right? You've all destroyed the earth. So the Lord got to come and destroy you.
That's right.
And they know it's true. They know it's true. Did you find that? Did you find that?
Yeah. It's Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 18. Says, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they had chastened him, he will not hearken unto them, Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him, and bring him out unto the elders of the city, and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, This our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of the city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put away evil from among you,
God.
and all Israel shall hear and fear.
See, so that the Lord tolerate nickars and YNs and a bunch of no good nothings just sitting up under their mama's roof, okay, eating, getting fat, you know what I'm saying, talking about some make me a sandwich, don't want to do nothing with himself, don't want to go out there and start his own family, don't want to get nothing going. Do we tolerate that? Hell no.
I like it when you make it, mama.
Right, that's the man. That's the baby boy in Damon school. Hey, mama, can you make me a sandwich? Make your own damn sandwich.
Here it is. You know, you got your father, your mother, and he's no good. Guess what? The scriptures we got rid of him. We didn't tolerate that niggotry, man.
It's like that video I did of that nigga in here in St. Louis that tortured his mama and dad, man, in the basement, and his sister.
What the fuck?
Over an argument he had with his sister, which when you look, she seemed to be a little, on the spectrum or whatever. But what the fuck? If y'all, man, see, in ancient times, he would have been up out of here, man. Because you see little signs of that wickedness and that fucking niggar shit early. But in this place it make you weaker and oh my baby and my this and my that and you can't discipline them because they can call the cops.
Right.
This shit
like even a whore, man. That bitch was burnt alive. Like I think it was I forgot who said it. I think it was the Elder Menazajak that said it. Like the law, statutes, commandments, it was harsh, but it was necessary.
right.
Like niggas getting stoned to death, or a hoe getting burnt up.
Yeah, that's some crazy daughter.
Right.
Damn hoe.
And it's what it say, to put evil away from Israel. So you see this, and you see these results and these consequences, you would think twice about doing certain shit.
And that,
you don't think about going into another man's wife because you can. But if I get caught,
right.
put that in your mind.
And that shit spread, man. This shit is like a cancer. It's like those mindsets spread. And it's important to keep yourself filtered. To see, to pay attention to what you watch and what you're listening to. Because those type of mentalities can get transferred into your spirit. I can't listen to fucking trap music, man. This nigga talking about man, what's that old punk ass nigga name? Fuck, I done forgot his name. Guardian or shit. But this nigga talking about something. I'm a motherfucking preacher. I'm more comfortable with demons. Come on, I gotta turn it off this bullshit. Come on, I'm a fucking preacher, nigga. I ain't comfortable with no damn demons. Get them shits off of me, man. I want to get away from niggas that's comfortable with demons.
Yeah, because that's how we got down. And like the brother said, what that would do is prevent the fear of other people doing it, like adultery, right? Or being stubborn or glutton. Because the fear, let's say, of the woman, she would know, okay, in the ancient, first of all, okay, I'm married. I got to make this work because it's my provision right here. Ain't no damn child support, ain't no family courts, ain't no divorcing the husband, no nothing.
Nothing.
If he divorced,
child.
If he divorced you, you would say, damn, he divorced me. Well, where am I gonna go now? You know what I'm saying? My provision is gone. So now now I'm by myself. No, I gotta make it work. And that's why the scriptures basically say men love women submit. Okay, because women change like the wind. So they would submit for the sake of staying alive, having a roof over their head, forbidden. And only if you were a widow and you suffered loss, then there was some support. But it wasn't normal for a woman, I'm a divorcee. Because now she knows what she's gonna know, who's gonna want me now? Because a man gonna be like, oh, man put you away. Oh,
something's wrong with you.
Yeah. So your only chances that you're gonna find probably a thug, right? Something like that don't care. Now that's your man. So you gotta make it work. And that encouraged families to stick together. That encouraged people to not commit adultery, knowing the consequence. It was harsh, but it had to be necessary as a people, especially because we hard-headed. But you see, there was a system in place to reduce homelessness, reduce the amount of single parent homes, orphans. Okay, being an orphan, that was a misfortune, and you had compassion on you. Now that's basically a fatherless children basically is everywhere.
Yeah.
Some of us are fatherless children, you know?
And it's because Esau give a safe place to these fucking hoes that want to think they can just uproot and pluck a house down. Yeah, pluck your house down. I got another house for you on Section 8, food stamps, welfare, I got you. But it was only for a limited time, so you could just basically destroy yourself and make yourself and your children a prey.
That's for sure.
Because now you're going to see just how this devil really feel about you.
Like, see, like that's why it's a YN problem. Because it's single mother household. Yeah, and then you old proud ass narcissistic hoes, you get with dudes like that because number one, they simps, and number two, they'll kill for you.
Exactly.
Exactly. And number three, you can control them bitch ass niggas. All right, and that's exactly what they are, bitch ass niggas.
Trying to get to know a woman every 5 minutes.
Right.
Can I use your car?
Right. This nigga, man, like a nigga's whole life is off. Nigga get up late as hell. Nigga get up at noon, eat a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. this nigga roll up a blunt, smoke, and then he go hop in some. You remember that one nigga? This nigga said that he was in I think Jasmine Sullivan DM for fucking 7 years.
Oh,
how the fuck you in a bitch DM for 7 years, nigga?
He was
Talking
in,
to yourself.
What's the girl name? That bitch ugly as fuck. Summer Walker.
Yeah.
Rico Regulus and Summer Walker. I'm like, nigga, how you in this bitch DM for 7 years?
Yeah. Summer Walker.
Yeah.
I said Jasmine Sullivan. Summer Walker. Yeah.
She ugly.
Heard that video I sent you? She talking about something. She was saying something about her baby daddies and shit, and basically she had 3 of them on some shit, and they left her on some shit. I forgot how she said it, but it was dumb as fuck. She was talking to Sexy Red and shit.
Ah, yeah, she said, yeah, a nigga got 2 years if he don't marry me, then it's over. All the niggas who you had babies with left you. This is this ugly ass chick with some fake lips and hella tattoos, man. Yeah. You're ugly.
Yeah, like, what kind of real man would be in a bitch DMs for 7 years? You know, it's like if a bitch don't respond, I'm done.
And it's public with all of the dudes she getting with in 2 minutes.
Yeah. I want to stop at 2 minutes.
God. This is a book of Leviticus 21, starting at the 9th verse. It says, and the daughter of any priest, if she profane herself by playing the whore, she profaneth her father, she shall be burnt with fire.
Right. So you see, and that's really all you put in there. But back then, the priest, his daughter, couldn't play no whore. Couldn't do it. You did it, you're out of there.
What you see now. A lot of these old supposed to be priests in the black community and these really anywhere, they kids be the worst. Daughters be the most sluttiest and should turn your ass out.
Yeah. And your daughter would know that. So you got Rev Run, okay, his daughter, Angela. Heard is she born in the privilege, still end up, why don't you come over here and ask? You come and ask.
Yeah, you can come over here and ask her.
Yeah. Come and ask. Be a man. Come and
Want some
ask.
nuts and come over here and
Be a
ask.
man.
Why don't you come over here and ask, man?
Why don't you come over here and ask? Be a man. Be a
No nut
man.
having ass boy.
Hey, you gotta grow up her, man.
Grow some nuts, man. Grow some balls.
We
Be a
ain't
man.
gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
Scary. But yeah, Angela Simmons, Angela, her daughter, his daughter, right? Now everybody knows you are the daughter's preacher. You are the daughter's. You're the pastor's daughter. You were born in a privilege. She still end up on OnlyFans. That's what's supposed to happen to her according to the scripture. She's supposed to be put down. Okay?
And she getting passed around from rapper to rapper.
Yeah, you was Bow Wow and Romeo and all that stuff. According to the scripture, you're supposed to be put down because you brought shame to your father's house, and he's known for being a pastor, but he ain't got the truth, but just the point. The point. You're literally born in the privilege, and you still end up on OnlyFans.
Right.
How the fuck does that happen?
Right, and the thing is, Russell Simmons, hey, if you was a fucking real man, then your daughter wouldn't be doing that. You know, because one thing I realized,
Russell's a sodomite.
But they both boys, because Real Rum, on his TV show, it started off with this nigga texting in the back.
In the tub. Texting the scripture to everybody in the
This nigga sitting in the boat bag, you cats all this shit.
right.
No bird on the thing.
So yeah, so like nigga, if you was a real man, then your daughter would respect you. Because believe it or not, little girls respect real men. They do. You know? They shit. I had to tell my little cousin when she was young, I'm like, hey, I'm not your daddy. I'm your cousin. You know, I'm like, you got a daddy. But hey, that's the thing though. Like they get corrupted when they grow up. And they get corrupted by these old miserable nigga women. They think they know every damn thing.
Plus they want attention. It's all about the vain, like you said, vanity. Oh, I want to be looked at and what they do, I want to be drooled over and gawked at and for what?
I want these men to worship at my feet.
So the point is, when you read the scripture, there's sweet things, there's harsh things. Those things are harsh. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and that's why if you was a priest, you would tell your daughter, you gonna get a man, you gonna be a wife to that man. You better not play the harlot, okay? Because you're gonna have to go.
Might keep going in and
You know what
out.
I'm saying? So this is how it was these laws that actually kept order, because if you let it run rampant, well, just look at the society. This is what you get today. So, and just like Apostle Hart said, if we was to enforce that law about the stubborn child, and let's say we enforce that law about the priest and the daughter, because we're all priests now, guess how much civilization would be on the planet? Just about nobody, okay? That's how much killing would have to be done because of order, okay? And because of stubborn, wicked niggas. That's how much killing would have to be done if these laws were in effect starting today, okay? It would be a no man's land about how many people just gotta disappear, you know? Yeah, only newborn babies will be left, but then they won't have nobody to take care of. You go ahead and read that. That's probably our last one. You see, we got the answers according to the scriptures. The world don't have the answers. The scriptures has the answers.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse 36. Then said Abraham, pray for the Then said Abraham prayed first for the Sodomites, and Moses for the fathers that sinned in the wilderness, and Yahweh shot after him for Israel in the time of Achim, and Samuel and David for the destruction, and Solomon for them that should come to the sanctuary, and Helios for those that received rain, and for the dead that he might live, and Ezekiel for the people in the time of Sennacherib, and many for many. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up and wickedness is increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it now be so? Salaki. Wherefore shall it not be so now also?
Because he's asking the Lord. He's like, Lord, I'm just doing what my forefathers did, and I'm just praying for the people. You know what I mean? And here's what the Lord said, man.
Verse 42, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide.
Exactly. This present life is not the end where much glory doth abide. Which means you ain't gonna be able to turn this society around, even if you wanted to. It's not meant to, the kingdom of heaven and Babylon the Great is not meant to coexist. This place has to be destroyed so the kingdom of heaven can come in. There is no other option. So there's no let's turn things around, let's try to get things back on track. If you understood that, then a lot of you people, American people, would understand that a lot of the videos you making, your rantings and stuff, saying how it's supposed to be and all that, you wouldn't be as invested because you understand that there is no going back. First of all, there is no turning things around. It's too far off the tracks to get back on the right track. The Lord is coming to destroy this place, so you would know, like, well, shit, fuck this place. I'm letting go, because I'm telling you, I'm around people all day that are stressed over retirement, and here it is, they 40-something. They just stressed out over it, because the uncertainty is around the corner. They got children, they trying to set themselves up and their children up, and if only they just understood the scriptures, then they would know, like, I don't have to worry about that. Because the Lord gonna come destroy this place. All I have to worry about really is right now. And like me personally, I look at everything within the scope of a year at moment. So everything I do, I operate is within the scope of a year because I know in an instant things can change. So I'm thinking about 20 fucking years now. I'm thinking about this and setting up a test eggs for that. I'm thinking about, okay, we're put a little cushion here because you know what happens next few months can turn to this. You just never know. I'm not thinking about, let me invest in a trust fund. That way,
Tuition fund.
that way by the time 15 years from now, I should have it. I'm not thinking about that. I'm free. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is saying, this current life is not where glory must abide. It's preserved and reserved with the kingdom of heaven. You see? So there is no turning these people around. The love of many shall wax cold. That's why you got all this evil ramping up. We understand why. Like the brother said, second Andrews. It really gives you the insight on it. Why the evils are so near. Okay?
And it has to get to a certain height.
Going to be destroyed. Yahushua himself said, these are the times of coming in. So that's the New Testament. But a lot of you Christians ignoring it. He said everything that's happening now is a sign for you to know that I'm coming. And you should be happy, but you're mad. Because you really don't want him to come. You want him to stay away. And even Israelites don't want him to come. The guys in purple, they don't want him to come. Car, they don't want him to come. WFI, they don't want him to come. Okay? They're denying. Okay. Like us, denying the mark of the beast, being the chip, you don't want the Lord to come. Because you should be happy as hell. You should be happy as hell to know, man, we about to get out of here. You don't want it to come. Because you don't want the Lord to come. You just want to stay here, make rap videos, okay, and be Israelite in America. So here it is, you got inflation going up, okay? You still got to work. And when the bubble collapses, what y'all gonna do? That's why the Lord said, we will definitely hear out our thing. Let's make it to Proverbs, Jeremiah 5:30. Read that verse again.
Back in 2nd Ezra 7, and verse 42, he answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak.
Right, so what they were praying for ultimately was Israel to be right. You know what I'm saying? Be holy and righteous and all that. If we made that prayer now, it wouldn't make sense because we understand that 2/3 have to be destroyed. They have to be. You understand? The scripture said the whole head is sick. Then they have to enter the new covenant, and then we'll be whole and clean again. You ain't gonna force all the Jake to get it now. You understand? So that's another side relief. Because you know your family, your friends, the first ones you really want to get it. But then you understand, like, you get it. Otherwise, you're gonna be arguing up all day. Eventually,
And vexed as hell, man.
eventually you get to the point where it's whatever. I'm done. Believe what you want, eat what you want, do what you want. The Lord already said 2/3 ain't gonna get it.
start shooting.
Results start shooting.
I said, nah, they gotta see if they should.
You gotta see what it is. You want your women to fall in line? Look, Isaiah 4:1.
Yeah.
It's around the corner. Prophecy is the only answer. They're not gonna get in line on their own. They have to see it for themselves. They don't believe you. They don't believe you.
That's what it boils down to.
When they see all hell breaks loose, that's when you're gonna see a change in behavior. That's the only answer to trying to fix them. Let the prophecy fix them. I wouldn't invest that much. Look, I already know what's gonna happen in a few months, so I ain't worried about it. You know? Bitch, I'm trying to get you to see. Let the prophecy. Let them see the prophecy. Then that's when they're gonna see. You know? Let that convince them. And trust me, they may be dumb. They may be dumb, but they're not stupid. They know every word you tell them, they hold on to it. We're gonna be destroyed. Talk about it. This whole society needs to talk. And when that happens, the female instincts gonna kick in and survive. I gotta find that guy, and they gonna find you.
I was trying to reconnect.
Yeah. They say they got your number. Say, don't think that I ain't talked to her in years. She got your number, man. You gotta understand how resourceful they are. They will survive by all means. If they know how good they were with you, but they ran to another man, they got your number. And when the time comes, I'm calling the Mario. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's like there was some chick that I used to talk to and shit. I think it was around COVID at one night, man. I'm talking about like before it got bad, I told her about the truth. And when COVID had set in, that's when people thought the end was finna be there. She was talking to me on the phone. She was like, yeah, I still remember the names of the Lord and stuff like that. Then when shit died down, she just stopped talking to me. So I'm like, oh, okay, it takes a little bit of hell for you motherfuckers to get back in line.
God.
Like, okay.
That's how I look at it when it comes to my mama, when it comes to my son. Look, I already told you the deal, okay? Go ahead.
And the Lord gonna save some of them, like your family, because He know that they the scriptures talk about a person to give a prophet a cup of cold water. You know, like your mother buy you clothes, shoes, or whatever, or food. She gonna get a blessing for that.
God.
Just back in 2nd Ezra 7 and verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and the truth is sprung up.
There it is. So the Lord basically said, when this place is destroyed, then your heart will rest in achieving what you want to achieve, which is perfection, healing, for all. It has to happen.
So you see, the day of doom shall be the end of this place here. Can't pray it away, can't do nothing, you can't offset the prophecy. Like the brother said, it's destined to happen. It's inevitable.
And what we have to accept is the time we were born to come in this truth is the time He selected, and we have to wait till it's done. We have to wait until this place is destroyed, until we get the kingdom, and that's just how it is. He didn't wake us up for nothing. Just remember that. Why would He wake you up if He didn't expect you to know that you're about to see this motherfucker fall? You know what I'm saying? He woke you up so you got room for repentance, so that you can see this place fall. But one of the hardest things, as Yahushua said, or what he said was, you have to deny yourself. You know what that word it means? Basically, you put all your dreams, everything you ever wanted, put that in the back, throw it away. And everything you do now is within the scope of the prophecy. You're denying yourself for the sake of the truth. This is the most hardest thing Jacob would do. And that's why Jacob instead will try to merge. You know, I can have what I want and the truth at the same time. That's why you have niggas and fringes and all this stuff, because we can have both. Like Anti-Daniel said, I can have my fruits on this side and in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord said that's not the case. You see, but that's the heart letting go. The Lord said this place got to be destroyed, it got to be destroyed.
It's easy to let this shit go once you see that all roads lead to being joined to Esau and his bullshit, man. It should be easy to let it go. Your dreams of prospering in this world, the Lord wants you to, it'll be nothing for you to be on the level. But if you gotta compromise and defile yourself and in the league with Esau and it's not worth it, man. Because you just gonna be vexing yourself ever more, especially when you know the truth.
The scriptures talk about why trimmest thou ways to seek love.
To hell with Esau and this shit, man.
Fuck
Gone.
that shit. Yeah, it's just look at everything temporal. It's more, you're more free. It's less weight on your shoulders the moment you let go of this place. And you just accept everything temporal. And if you really love the earth, you really love life, you want this place to fall. You gotta understand things must die before it can live again. It gotta be cleansed. This thing has to burn down before the kingdom has to be restored. And we're caught in the middle. We just have to hold, you know. But then you get to a point in the truth where you're like, look, even if I don't make it, I'm glad to know this place is all, and the Lord will establish righteousness. You know?
It's quick. Ecclesiastes 25:7.
That'd be the last one.
There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy.
Gone.
And the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that had joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
That's it. So that's another pleasure the Lord is granting us to see slowly the fall of his. And we be laughing when you see the Edomite videos of the crown. That'd be hilarious. You know, I love to see Edomites complain about stuff. Mind you, I'm in a conversation with them about the quality of buildings and stuff, and I'm happy. I'm like, yeah, you know, I don't want to hear good stiff stuff about, no, the shit needs to fucking fall. And when Trump says, I'm going to delay the tariffs for 30, I'm like, motherfucker, you know, stick. You know what I'm saying? The hell with that. Just like Jake got it when they delayed that protest of the East Coast of the cargo.
Sure.
Yeah. And Jake got so, oh, I'm so glad they stopped that. It would have been bad. I'm like, fuck that. That shit should have stayed. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if I'm in the Midwest. I wanted to hit. I wanted to hit the West Coast next. But then I checked upon it. What happened? Oh, they came to agreement. Motherfucker. You know, let it fall. That's the attitude. Let it fall. Man.
Right. And so, start off with our main enemies. Esau, Edom, other nations, but you too, theirs too. We want to see y'all fall too. Because y'all making our nation look bad, number one. And y'all not repenting. And on top of that, y'all oppressed them in the Lord. Okay? Like niggas like Anton Daniels, you gotta go.
And the kingdom will be right.
That's right.
You see it. I got anything else? So with that, we're gonna give our praises too.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Mukakadash.
Till next time, shalom.
Shalom.